going on it sometimes. I figured out don't go during the day. During the day is not cool.
Why?
It's just weird.
Weird
It's
people,
like
yeah.
weird.
Yeah,
Oh, we
they
I
are.
feel
see it,
like I
Louis.
feel like
We know, cause
I
like
feel like the
remember when we did it
weekend is
early?
best, and the weekend at night is best. I feel like.
Like there's a shit ton of kids during the day, and like I don't know
Yes.
why
Yeah.
because like it's middle of the week or something like that, and I just like 10 children.
How often do you do it now? Like, how often have you been doing it? Like, been going on there?
I I don't know. I kind of don't go on it a lot. I only do it when I stream. And then like there's sometimes where I'll just be bored and have nothing to do, so I'll just go on it cuz why not?
Yeah, no. I mean, what time do we usually hit? Like 10 o'clock, right? And then we go to like 4 in the morning.
A little
Not every
later.
time.
It's like we play we
Not
play
early
games
before.
at 10, and we get done at like 11 to 12, and then we get on
True,
and
y'all
go
are
to
like
like
on
4
a
a.m.
schedule.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
trying.
Well, it's like
We-
because like some of it's like because most of like almost all of us are in college, and so like I don't know, we get done classes and like I don't know, there's like it's like basically the same point every night. Like our one friend Derek or someone will be like CS or something like that, and then we just go into it, and then like it is kind of scheduled. Like we either play like CS or Rocket League. Yeah, you play CS, right?
Yeah.
What
I
rank
haven't
are you?
played it in a lot though. I'm gold number 3 I think right now.
Oh, okay.
It was like
Jeez.
we basically how long have you played?
Well, I used to play it like all the time, and then it just pisses me off, and I get
When was
annoyed
like
by it.
when was
so
that?
I
When was
haven't
your
played it,
heyday?
Like 3 months maybe more.
Oh, is that when you mean like when you used to play it? Like how long have you played it like overall? Like
Oh,
how
I
many?
don't know. I have. Hold on, let me look at how many hours I have.
Oh, I think I looked at it. Wait, unless it's the right profile. Is it? You have like 3,200 hours.
That's like a chunk. If it is, that's insane.
Yeah, that's a shit ton. Man. I don't even think I have that much on FIFA.
Yeah, I don't think you have enough like that much
I
in
don't
college,
think I
Burnout.
have 3,000. I think I have like 1,000.
Mikey, that was the wrong profile.
Damn, Burnout. I don't think you
What?
have that much hours in college.
Stalked my Steam profile.
No.
We have the Eye of Eden, which is
Eye of Eden.
we have a
No, I
program.
have
that-
1,200 hours on it.
Oh
1200.
shit,
That's
that's
like,
definitely the wrong profile.
Is that what I have?
There's a picture of me on my as my profile picture.
Okay,
Oh.
then
I have-
that
oh, I
means
have-
your Twitch is
wow.
broken. Your command is broken.
Is it really?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
tried. It didn't work.
I have 1,500 now.
I think it's linked to my Discord profile.
Oh, okay. That's what it
So-
could be.
You don't know how many years? I mean, we started playing like
How many years?
our junior and senior year of high school, so like 20.
I think I played
14,
it
15.
my sophomore year, but I didn't really like understand anything about the game, so I was just playing it to play. And then I started like to understand more and actually play it.
Yeah, I actually think my sophomore year I got the game. I went into a competitive match. I just remember like people were screaming at me about something. I left, didn't play it for like a year and a half after that, and then we started playing with like got like a group of kids in our high school. And we started playing a lot, and like our heyday was like senior year of high school. We were like MG2s. We were kept rising, and then like they changed the rank, and we also graduated, and like so we kind of stopped, and now we basically like play it on at intervals where like just as we start getting good again and start going up in rank, we usually wind up stopping again to do something else, and then like we just keep staying in like the same like silver elite master area.
Y'all are you're SE?
Yeah.
we.
We're SE right now.
I mean,
That means I'm better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I will say we have a few friends because like we have a few
justify it,
friends.
Lou.
where
Make
it's,
us look
like,
good. Make us look good.
We have a few friends that we played with. Like, the last time we played a lot was like somewhere around this time last year, and like some of those people we used to play with, they played the whole shit because I went like I don't know, I wasn't around all summer to play, and like we kind of they took a break all summer. But like those people that we used to play with this time last year, they're like Gold Nova 3, and like most of those people are. So it feels like if we just kept playing, we would beat Gold Nova 3, but like because we just keep stopping, we never get that jump. And like we've played with some of those people, and we always like usually stay our heads above water and sometimes go over those people that are supposed to be better than us. But yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
You'd have
My
to carry us.
friend's rank is really high. I don't remember his rank though.
yeah.
The ranks. I mean, I haven't been
Like,
up
he has to get on
past.
a Smurf to play with us.
Oh yeah.
That's just like That's like what's her name?
Do you have a Smurf?
I don't have a Smurf, but I have another one of my friends that's like a god at it at Cisco, and he's basically god at like any game.
Oh yeah.
But he carries.
Yeah, that's what we kind of need.
to
We need one of
carry.
them. We need one of them.
Yeah, we really do. Pretty
Just
bad.
get us out of
I
the
think
hell.
we really just need
An actual
generally
fifth.
a fifth because we always have always had four. Before Burnout,
I got you.
yeah,
Sheesh.
definitely. Before Burnout, we had our friend Jack, and then back then we had like inter switching fifths. But yeah, if you don't have fifth, it's like you're kind of somewhat up to like who's your last person, and, like if you can.
My
work with
Wi-Fi is really bad, so I might lag out.
No, you're looking fine right
That's
now.
fine, Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like
Mm,
Later
my
on.
upload speed is 0.2053.
How do you
What?
stream?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you watch my stream, it looks really, really bad, and it looks like super blocky and everything. But I do it anyways.
you gotta like wire connection or get something.
I have an Ethernet. It's just
Damn.
it won't work.
What internet provider do you have?
I live in a small town, so it's just one of the ones over here. The better
That's
ones
probably
don't
it.
come out here because I live down in the woods.
Is it like south or middle of Texas? I don't know what would be the
East.
woods. I've only been in that top corner of like the square part at the top.
The square.
Square part?
I don't know
That's
what you
pretty
call that.
descriptive,
You don't call that a
pretty descriptive.
panhandle.
I
What do
mean,
you call that? But like like Route 66.
2 hours from Houston.
I don't really know the geography of it.
yeah, you're
So-
bad with that, Lou. It's
Well,
like to
that-
the right, isn't it?
Where
Houston
even is
Center,
Houston?
right? I think Houston
It's
Center,
like-
right?
To the center. And to
Actually,
the
yeah.
right,
I actually do know
I
it.
guess. And
And
then
San Antonio is like a few hours south of that.
Yeah, it's just making shapes. It's all it is.
I think it's.
Wait,
I think
they
it's
sell
up.
they sell Paso in Texas?
No, I think San Antonio is pretty close to Mexico. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't really know. It's not my state.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look up a map.
Yeah, that's-
But like, like Route 66.
I don't know where it is.
Like it cuts through
Cars.
that top
I know
part
it's
of.
from Cars. Literally, someone says Route 66 and Cars pops in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I did that before, and like we were in that top part of Texas, and like all I remember is like we went to like a steakhouse place, but it was like a huge place. It was like a huge steakhouse area where like you saw just like pounds and pounds of meat, and then there was also like a shooting range and like a mall and stuff inside it. It was like a fun for the family place, and it sold like these bullhorn things for your car that were like $120. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Texas is crazy. I actually wanted to go back though, 'cause it looks cool.
We take a
So
trip.
y'all, like, how long was that drive?
It was like a month from New Jersey to Chicago to
Jesus
LA to back. Yeah.
I spent like
it
a
was-
whole last month in a car.
Yeah, a lot of it was driving, and then like stopping at a bunch of places, but yeah, it was claustrophobic at times. And, like got really hot when you get to like past Texas to like Arizona and like low SoCal and stuff like that.
The
Was that
longest
with
road
your
trip I've
family,
been on.
Louis?
Wait, what?
Was that with your family?
Yeah, that was my family.
Oh, okay.
Jeep.
Yeah, you did here in San Antonio. A second ago. Okay. Let's see. How long have you been streaming for?
Like 8 months.
Really? So I mean, that's a bit of a grind. It's like, is it like how much times a week would you say? Is it like just whenever you feel like it?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, since
Mm.
like I said, like my Wi-Fi's not that good, so it's not like a constant
Yeah,
thing
I
I
hear
can
you.
do. Cause sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not.
I mean,
Why'd you start?
I was dating someone at the time that streamed, and I didn't know much about it, and so I kind of started it, and I really liked it. Like I like talking to people and stuff like that, so I just kind of kept it going.
you got like a tight community, I'm guessing? Is it like the same people that keep returning and stuff like that, or do you see new faces every now and then?
I mean, I see a lot of like new people come in, but also see people that come and stay in my chat.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
I mean, you got like the whole like streamer setup. Like you got the gaming chair, you
Yeah.
got the tab the behind you, you got all the lights. Yeah, that's something you got to go for immediately to get like.
I mean, it looked like I flipped my desk around. This wasn't like this. Then I had it flipped around the other way. But my house is unfinished, so I'd have a bunch of people come in and say that I was living in a shed, and I got tired of hearing it. So I just flipped this around and put this there, and
It's working. It's working.
so now I haven't got the shed thing again. So I'm kind of happy about that.
Yeah, we would have never got.
Streaming in a shed. Kind of a cool concept. They tricked out the shed.
Like my whole entire roof isn't finished.
Really?
Like I don't have a ceiling. It's just like the beams and like the planks of like wood,
Simple living, you could call it.
basically.
Should we even start from the start? Because like I don't know if I was there when either of them met you, so I don't really know how you guys met.
I mean, it
Well,
was
we
just
met,
Omegle.
Burnout. I think.
Yeah.
Just on Omegle.
Yeah,
Was
it
it?
was through Omegle. Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't even remember what happened. I think it's my stream.
I think we saw you streaming, or we asked you about it. We got your name, and we just hopped over there, and just stuck since there, and then just kept like repeatedly finding you over and over and over again.
Yeah, you do get the same people if you stay in that like YouTube Twitch tag.
Yeah.
I've met quite a few people that I mean I still talk to and that come in my stream and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. What's he saying? No, I mean, I guess that. Do you ever want to play like CS:GO or something on stream, or is it just the Omegle
I mean,
thing?
I want to play games on stream. Like I really want to, but I can't.
I mean,
Like I literally can't. Like I try to play Overwatch because I play Overwatch a lot.
Oh,
And,
yeah?
I just
the
run
internet
into
problem.
walls.
Oh wow. Bad.
Yeah.
Man,
Wait, who do you mean in Overwatch?
Yeah.
I used to be a DPS main, but I still consider Ashen semi main. But right now I'm kind of healing a lot more.
Support.
I don't really have a main. If like somebody plays an off healer, I'll play Moira because she's broken with heals.
Yeah.
And if somebody plays like a main healer like Moira, I'll just play Brig or something or Ana.
I feel
Your
like
rank?
Lovebird.
Well, what's
I
your
feel like
SR?
the game. Oh
It's
yeah, what is yours?
gold right now in heals.
Okay.
I'm getting my tank up right now. I'm silver in that. But I got banned from season 20 on my main account.
cheater.
Why?
No, because of my Wi-Fi. I kept,
Oh.
it kept cutting out, and I'd leave the games and get bans. And then
Oh.
last one was perm ban.
Oh,
I think I just
Just for
started
that
playing that game.
What the fuck? That many games?
Yeah.
It sucked.
damn.
No, I was gonna say I think Rocket League or no, Overwatch is like I think I got into it just by myself, maybe like with a friend, but like I feel like it's such a game that you really need a team, or like if if your team doesn't communicate, like it's over. It's not like CS where like I feel like you could just solo queue if you wanted and like probably win as long as you're good. It's like if anything goes wrong, it's like over if people aren't talking.
I mean, it's not. Well, yeah, basically.
It's a
But
team game.
if someone's not doing their job, or like say if I was DPS and I'm not getting any kills or doing anything, they're just gonna steamroll us because I'm not picking them off and doing what I'm supposed to do. Or if I'm a healer and I'm not healing my team and they just keep dying, it's everybody has a part to help.
Yeah, I got no clue what you guys are talking about. I don't play any Overwatch.
Mikey doesn't play any game.
I would
CS
like
and Rocket League.
for like I think it was 2 different years, I would get in really into it. But then like I don't know, it's just like competitive would just take it out of me, and I would just quit again. It was like this is like competitive is so hard to play if you don't have like
I mean,
more
I
kids to
like
play with.
comp though.
Same.
I would like playing it, but like it was just again like it was like it's a tough game if you don't have like people to play with, and like I had like a few friends, but like they wouldn't play too regularly, so we never really had the chance.
There's like a group thing on there now to where you can find
Yeah.
groups and like view people's profiles and just kick them if
They
they're bad.
do?
I still have my claim to fame, that screenshot that I showed you guys. That's just like some guy was like, I got like was like my best game on competitive with Pharaoh. I got like 42 kills, and I just remember like
Oh, I think you
there's all these
showed me
comments
that.
just like, yeah, the comments are just gassing me up like wow, what a kid.
My highest kill game I got the other day, and I got 72 kills.
Jeez.
That's more than
Yeah,
mine.
and it
Mine
was
68.
silver.
Jeez. Silver?
Yeah.
Wow.
Who had gold?
You guys just like
I don't know.
farming bots?
No, it was an actual game.
Well, that means that
And
you
it
guys,
was
that means someone had to get more kills with you, which already means that there's like 100 something kills just from you
It
two
was
guys.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't play like
And it
that.
only went into overtime like once, so like they pushed,
Uh,
and then we went, and then we both got the same score, so we had to go again. But like, still, I haven't got. It was insane.
yeah.
I don't know. I've just never been into that whole game. It's just the whole, I guess, like art style of it. I'm just not down with. I'm more into
It's
like,
fun.
I mean, like you got CS:GO, you got like Rainbow Six. They're all like there's just shooter games, and
I guess.
I don't know.
You didn't like TF2 either, right?
No, the cartoon.
Did you play TF2?
I played TF2 a little bit. The only one I did was the
Mm.
sniper guy.
Yeah.
There
Did
was
you
like
play
a s-
TF2? No.
No. I
Yeah,
don't.
there
I
was,
don't
like-
play a lot of games.
Oh, really? Is it just
I
like CS, Overwatch?
I mean, I've never had like the money to like just buy games. Just like, oh, that looks fun. Let me just buy it. You know. So I've just kind of like, if my friends have like a certain game and we want to play that, and I have it, I'll just play with them, and we just kind of get stuck on that game. So
Mm.
it's basically just kind of been like CS:GO, Overwatch.
Do you just play games on computer like Steam and what
Mhm.
was it called, Battle.net?
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
Are you in
I
college
mean,
right
it's almost all
Mm-mm.
play.
now?
I
No.
didn't go to college.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
So
mean,
full-time streamer.
You can tell me what I'm doing with my life. And go ahead, because I have no idea.
Full-time streamer.
Mm.
That's your goal for now.
yeah. Is that actually a goal or is that just a
Well,
thing to
my
do?
goal is, I want to travel. Like, obviously, that's like every person's dream that they
Mhm.
want to travel. But I want to film and travel. So, like, go somewhere and film it,
Mm.
make like a highlight video of it, and just put it out there.
You make YouTube videos, or you like have you made stuff before?
I make videos, but I post them on Vimeo.
Ooh.
It's like YouTube, but like it just looks nicer. I was in this program in high school. It's called AV, which is like audio video.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so basically, it's just like you go in and like you can make commercials, or we do weddings, or it's just kind of different things. And we have a state here, which is it's called UIL, and we make like narratives and documentaries and
That's
everything
cool.
like that. And they go to state, or last year I was there. We went to state, but yeah. So I was in that, and it kind of just because I thought I wanted to do photography because I was pretty good at it, or I am pretty good at it. I feel like I don't know, I want to boost my ego, but
Yeah.
so
That's
I
cool.
thought I wanted to do that until I like found out about film and that I could do things with film, and so it was just knew that I wanted to do it.
I mean, where have you traveled to so far?
Well, I haven't traveled anywhere to film. Like I did that like New Year's thing to where it's like, anything that I do this year, I want to film, and
I'm
at the end
following.
of the year, put it all together.
Yeah, I still might, but I thought about doing that. I mean, I just have like videos I've saved on Snap and like some other videos, but yeah, I've thought about doing that too. It'd be cool to just like have them just like as a record of just like all videos, keep them together.
The camera that I use to film is what I'm using right now.
Really? What do you
Yeah,
have? Do you have like a
it was
capture card and all that
super
stuff?
freaking hard. No, I mean I think there might be a SD in there, but it's just hooked up.
Really?
And there's like this thing that I downloaded that can show me what's going on, and then for me to use it on Discord and stuff like that, because it just won't work if it's just like that. I downloaded OBS and
Oh,
then some like random thing, and so now I can use it as like a camera and stuff.
that's a lot of work just to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it wouldn't work, and it pissed me off. And then I don't know how I got it to work. I just hope that I don't mess it up because I don't know how to fix it. I watched this same video like for an hour straight.
I mean, if something goes wrong with it, do you have to like just like memorize like the steps you did, or just like play around, unplug stuff? Is it? It sounds like it's a mess.
It messed up like a couple of weeks ago, and it's because my battery died. And usually I just like plug in a new battery and it'll still work, but it just wouldn't work. Like it wouldn't. Like I have a cord and it wouldn't like. I don't know what the word is. Like recognize the like it was plugged in.
Otherwise.
So it just like wouldn't do anything, and I was streaming, so I had to stop my stream, and then it just wouldn't work until the next day. It just basically fixed itself. I was like,
you just had to wait overnight.
yeah.
Yeah, I had like the jank GoPro set up, and it plugged it into like a little box, and it went into the computer and OBS. I did the same thing a while ago. It was annoying, but now I got like the Logitech.
I just got a GoPro too.
Really?
Oh,
The
nice.
new one?
I haven't got it out of the box. It's a Hero 8.
The 8's insane. Like you got the
It's
fold
pretty
out
good.
feet and all that stuff, and the attachments you could put on.
I haven't
Yeah.
like looked into it, but it's still in the box. I just want to get it out when I'm like gonna go do something.
Yeah, I mean, like you just use it for anything. Like when you're washing the dishes, put it on. Like you're gonna use it all the time. I'm not kidding. You're gonna use it all the time. I mean, you're gonna break it in.
Now I'm kind of excited. I do have to break it in, right?
Yeah, just record anything and anything.
I
Like,
might plan a thing and just like go around filming shit.
yeah, take a road trip somewhere.
Yeah, where would you travel if you like you start doing that traveling stuff? Like, where would the first place you'd go?
Like anywhere?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I have a weird thing with Alaska. I really want to go to Alaska.
Oh,
It's like the first place that I want to go. Like I don't care. Want to go to Alaska. And then I don't know. Like I know I want to go to all the states because I haven't been to all the states. And then I kind of want to go to like Europe over there. I want to go to Pompeii.
Man,
Have you been out of the country before?
I mean, I've been to Mexico, but that kind of doesn't count.
it's pretty borderline.
I'm guessing you drove to Mexico.
I took a cruise.
Oh, it's oh shit. Okay.
I think I've been there twice. One when I was 14, and I used to do cheer, so they took us on a senior trip when we
Nice.
graduated, and that's the last time I went.
Huh. Is it popular for people in Texas to like go there often?
To what, Mexico?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
It's your neighbor.
I mean, it's kind of close.
Yeah.
What mic is that, by the way?
Asteroid 10s,
Really? That's
It's
a
just the
long.
headset mic.
Yeah, that's like a long extension or something. I don't know.
right? It's like super bulky too.
Yeah, I got the 40s, the Astros.
Oh.
Yeah, I just don't have all the mix amp stuff and all that extra crap.
People say that they think this sounds good, like the mic sounds good for a headset mic.
It sounds pretty good, honestly.
See, like I have never gotten that
Mhm.
before. Like a couple weeks ago.
No, it sounds pretty good. It's like there's only like a little bit of like compression, I guess. It's not like insane though. I don't know. It might be Wi-Fi though at that point. It could be honestly the Wi-Fi.
We're just gonna blame my wife for everything.
Yeah.
Sounds
That-
alright.
Is that just like a feather on your wall?
Yeah, my dad came in because he does dirt work, and so my dad came in and he has it's a thing called a pit. It's just like a dirt pit, like full of dirt, to where they can scoop up the dirt, put it in the dump truck, and go.
Okay.
So he comes in and he just hands me this feather, and I'm like,
What do you want me to do with it?
and he's like, it's the eagle feather. And I'm like, how do you know it's the eagle feather? He's like, because I see the eagle just circling all the time. They're in the pit, and I'm like, okay, well, thanks. And I just put it on my wall.
I guess right next
Damn.
to the lights, make it look cool.
Yeah, I mean, I was just like, I don't know what to do with this. So
Yeah. I mean,
it's huge.
it looks
It
it's
looks
like
big.
looks like it's like a foot long or something.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
it's,
big.
that's
Oh
cra-
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it isn't.
Okay, now that she got it close, yeah, it actually looks. Cool. What the
It
fuck?
doesn't look big on the wall.
Yeah.
What is that? What is the pattern
What do you mean?
on the wall?
Oh, I don't know.
Like
On the wall or on the feather?
on the wall.
And the feather looks like a tiger.
I don't know.
I don't even
It's
know.
just like
Is it
you know the
tapestry?
Like, yeah. one of
Yeah.
those. I've had one of those. I've had this one for like 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I guess
It
you
has
beat all the
like a-
basic girls too. You beat them to it.
has. I used to have it on my wall. I mean, on my ceiling at my old. And I had like this light that was from the ceiling, and I'd kind of always keep it on, and it whitewashed it,
Oh.
and it's like one of the
Mm.
corners.
Really? I didn't think they would like do that.
Me either.
Pretty flimsy, I guess. Like, I know they're
I
thin,
mean, it never like caught on fire. Just kind of
turned white.
yeah.
Yeah. So let's see the situation. I give you $10,000. What's the first state you go to? Where do you go?
Yeah.
The first state.
Anything. Anywhere where's your first place to go? I give you $10,000.
Okay. So you go to
What about
Alaska.
Alaska.
What do you
What
do?
is
Just
second
like
place?
see like the wilderness and stuff?
Mhm. I like nature, cause like I kind of grew up like that, like being from the country.
Hmm.
I was always like outside and stuff like that. But I don't know, just like go around, like see cool shit. And then I
See
want to
polar
see like
bears.
the lights,
The Northern Lights. Yeah.
northern lights. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
those are real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were fake.
No, man. They're
Wait,
real.
actually?
Yes, dude.
Oh shit! Wait, I gotta Google this. Give me a second.
Yeah, it's been like
What
a
are they called?
fascination of Northern Lights. It's been like a fascination of mine too. Just take my family there, and I just heard it's a weird experience when you get there because it's all small towns, and unless you go to Anchorage, but it's like
Juneau.
yeah, it's really small.
I mean,
But-
I'm from a small town, so I mean, I feel like
Mm.
it'd kind of just be
Like how small?
comfortable for me.
Like what's
Just
like
to
how do you
be,
what do you
like-
quantify a small town?
So I live in a town about like 30-something thousand people. But
That's actually pretty big.
yeah, but from that town, it branches out into smaller towns.
Okay.
And my high school graduating class had about like 200 people in it.
I was
If
actually
that-
about to ask that question. Okay, yeah.
I don't even know if it had that many, but
Oh, for your actual
So,
class? That's
yeah, like
that's
my
not too
class.
bad.
We had,
I
100,
mean
we had
like
120.
we had 120.
Well,
I mean,
no,
we
we
were-
had a
I
small
know, like,
school.
a lot. Like
We
I
weren't
know
a private
everybody.
school. Was that a
Everybody
public
knows
school?
each other.
Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense then. Yeah, it's pretty small.
My graduation class was 3,000.
Gee.
That's what?
Yeah.
How many in this whole school?
I don't know. But it
How
was
many
huge.
people did you actually know? Do you think from this graduating?
I knew
I
everybody.
would.
Really?
What
I
you
think it
burn
was
out?
about, like 50 to 60.
Yeah.
People.
I feel like there's like
Like-
there's like more
Like
than
actually, like know them, 50 to 60. But just know them, I would say about at least 500.
that's still crazy that like 2,000 or more people like you just never even knew the whole time you were there.
Right.
Just
That's
kind of ignore
crazy.
them. That's why.
That's actually insane. I can't even think about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, how crowded was everything?
It was pretty crowded, to be honest. Like,
No shit, there was 3,000 people in your
It- it-
graduating
it-
class.
but like it was like an open school. It's not like one of those that you see huge like buildings and like it's all inside. It was pretty like spread out. So they put like a lot. What are those plastic cabin? It's not a plastic cabin, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Louis?
Like outside, like where wedding things are
Yeah.
in.
No wedding things. It's like a
Like a
mobile home,
boat?
but it's not a mobile home.
I don't know.
Like trailers.
Trailer?
Yeah, wait, it could be a trailer. I don't fucking know. But they had like a bunch of like big ass trailers like out in the back because there was just so many kids. So they had to like make classroom into like an individual trailers, and there was about like 50 to 60 trailers in the back. It was like 3 main buildings, and then the sports area all the way over there.
You sure this is America?
Yeah, dude.
Sounds like wonky.
It's Florida for you. That's
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like Texas would be the thing that would have that. 'Cause there's so many
Right? I
people
feel
too.
like I can see it.
I think Houston does. I seen like a pretty wild high school in Texas. It was like it was something on Twitter that was trending. So I'm about like
It's
their
okay.
food.
Oh, that's the
Um,
colleges.
No, it was a
Someone-
high school.
A teacher from my
remember.
high school just got arrested for having a relationship with a student.
Ooh, our school had some interesting ones.
Yeah, we had interesting ones. It's
Our high school had I think our freshman year, a janitor got arrested for having cameras in the locker rooms.
mhm,
And then um,
our
our
professor.
senior year, we had this new teacher that I had, and like he was like a smaller, bald guy, and like he had a wife and kids, but like he would like sometimes be really tired, and he would like run out to his car in between classes, and people started to like say that he was on drugs because like I don't know, like he'd come back like more wired, and like sometimes he'd be like dead asleep, or like he'd be wired, or like I don't know, he'd just be really weird about it. And then he got arrested, we heard, for trying to rob a gas station or a liquor store one time, and then like he got fired. It was like November like 1st or something, so it was like he barely made it like 2 months.
Do
Yeah.
y'all watch sports?
Yeah, do you?
Yes.
No. Like, do you know baseball?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who Brandon Belt is?
Yeah, I do. I've heard his
He
name.
went to my high school.
Oh wow. How yeah, when did he graduate?
I don't know. When did I graduate?
Well, I
Or
mean, I
when
guess
did
when I guess him too.
he graduated? He's older, so
Yeah, it's like 30 or 31 if I'm correct.
I
I'm
don't know
to
if that's
Google
right.
it.
I've heard his name, but I don't really know
Yeah,
who he
I'm pretty sure
played
he
for.
plays for a team in.
San Francisco Giants?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember. I don't really watch too much baseball, but I keep up with it since I majored in like sports journalism.
I mean, for
Yeah, he's
sports,
31. Wow,
I
31
mean-
like that.
No, he is 31.
He is 31. I know it was
Yeah.
30 or 31. I remember it was something like that. Cause
I guess
like
I won't read his hometown.
yeah.
okay, he plays for the Giants. Yeah.
I mean, the people that
Yeah, I
we
think
had
he's
from our
always
school,
like
they didn't go too far. Right?
I mean, we had a few baseball players.
Yeah,
one
but
of
they
them,
didn't get like.
one of them already is not a baseball player or MLB player because of
Yeah.
the N-word scandal. But
Schwarren, he opened for the Red Sox once.
the actual team,
Yeah,
damn.
he opened for
didn't know
them.
And we have like the
then-
hockey player.
I mean, my middle school I graduated with a guy that he's on the Rangers.
Damn.
From Celtic?
What?
Celtic Rangers.
Oh wait, wrong
Yeah.
sport. Never.
Yeah, like
It
the
was,
I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing, Mad, for like all like the sports, do you follow like every Texas? Are you like a Dallas?
Oh no, I don't care about sports.
Okay.
Well,
I
not
just
even
wanted
know.
I just wanted to ask if y'all knew who he was.
Well, we had a bunch of questions about the Rockets and what you think of their new small ball strategy where they don't use a center. So I
I
guess we'll just not use
Went
those.
to one Rockets game.
Have you been to any other professional games or like even college? So I bet that would be bigger there, right? College games.
I mean, a lot of people were like into sports, but
Mm.
not me. Like
You never even
can't.
played a sport?
I did cheer for 9 years.
9 years.
Have you seen the documentary?
Oh yeah, everyone keeps
Yes,
talking about that.
I cried.
It's really
Really?
good.
What
I didn't
And
see
the
it.
only
What-
reason I cried is because cheer was basically the only thing that I had growing up, and it helped me through a lot of stuff. Like that's what I had. Like that was my family. That's who I was around. And I mean, I graduated and I like couldn't cheer anymore. So watching that just kind of brought all of that back. But I really liked it.
What is
Who
that?
was like your who was your favorite
I didn't watch
character
that.
in the documentary?
You see that?
I liked Lexi, I think's her name.
Yeah, Lexi.
I already followed that Shannon person on Instagram. Like I knew who she was.
Yeah.
Um,
You know who Gabby Butler was?
I didn't really know who she was, but she's cool.
This is a documentary?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's called Cheer. It's Navarro Cheer.
Where is it set? Yeah, who are they
Texas
following?
Community
Oh,
College.
Texas. Yeah.
It's
Is it like big there?
What?
Cheer in general? Yeah, I guess like
I
if
mean-
football's big.
Yeah.
Did you do like professional, like or not professional? I mean like competitions and stuff like that.
I did competitive cheer.
Yeah. I mean, there's
My
a
sister did school cheer, but
okay.
I couldn't do it. It's just,
Yeah.
it's different.
Hmm.
I mean, there is like a few around here from me that like they go like hard with cheer. Like they like do like the whole like I think it's televised actually. It's like Sparks or something. I think it's called Sparks. I have no clue, but
I think I know what you're talking about. Maybe.
yeah,
I
they go
don't.
crazy. Like some like one of the people ended up on those Dance Moms shows.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Love
forget her
watching
name. I
Dance
gotta look it
Moms.
up. I have to look. You know, do you watch any of that
Dance
stuff or
Moms is
no?
so good to watch.
Really?
Yeah, have you ever watched Dance Moms?
I have
No.
my
Like
sister
she
watches
just like
that.
goes off on her kids. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't watch.
I mean,
I
it's
don't.
not that it's like fun to watch, but
I think that's TLC, right?
it's
I
interesting.
think it's TLC.
Well, she got arrested, so
Damn. What you
but
do?
then but she's out. And she had
The
cancer,
bigger
I
girl?
think.
Oh, damn.
She got cancer or something like that, and then but she had to go to jail too. And then she got out, and I think they're still doing Dance Moms, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah, every time I saw it like on the TV, she's just crying or yelling. And then you get the moms, like the bitchy moms, just yelling at each other and stuff like
It's the
that.
best part.
I don't know. Are you?
I'm not really like into dance. Like I was a cheer person, not a dance person,
Mhm.
but it was pretty fun to watch.
Are there any like cheer like TV shows like dramas like that or no? Other than dance?
Not really.
Wait, what is
The
what are
only,
those
like,
movies they
thing
used to
about,
make?
like cheer, the cheer that I did was the cheer on Netflix, Navarro.
What are those
That's
movies
a,
they used
wait,
to
that's a
make?
cheer you did.
Mhm.
So were you like in any clubs or anything?
Clubs,
Or like, is that not what they call it? Or like travel team or
like a team.
yeah? Because I'm pretty sure in the documentary they show like each of them were like like a super
Mhm.
club whatever.
That's what I was in.
So that's what you were in. Okay.
Mhm.
Wow. So what is the highest competition they go to?
Worlds.
And then Daytona is for colleges, right?
Worlds.
Yeah, Daytona's for colleges.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's like
Oh.
NCA, and then you can go to.
Wait,
Go to
do you guys remember Bring It On?
Yeah.
They had like 7 of these movies.
Oh, the one from what was that other dancing movie? Is it called like Step Up? Or-
Step It Up or something
Oh,
like that.
Wait, isn't
Dude.
that like Disney Channel?
Wait, is it? I don't know. Wait, no. What was it? It was
I know what you're talking about too. It was like
you know what I'm
dance
talking-
or it was
my friend's brother was actually on the third film.
Ooh.
I forgot what it's called. I love that one.
And then
I don't know which one it is.
Disney Channel had like they had the Corbin Blue, the hopscotch thing, or the competitive
I
hopscotch
need to
thing.
find it.
That's weird.
Jump in, I think. There's
That's
a few
really weird.
things like that.
Oh no, it is called Step Up.
I don't remember Bring It On though. Bring It On had like a bunch of movies. Holy
Oh, the
shit.
one from Disney Channel was called Shake It Up.
Shake It Up.
Oh,
The
that
one
one.
like they're dancing.
Oh, the where? What's her name?
Zendaya.
Does that help you think?
Her. Yeah. Right now with all the things I drink, yes, like
Yeah.
it's gonna help me think. Smacking my face. Right? But what's
Disney-
it called? Yeah, Zendaya and that white girl.
Bella
Bella
Thorne?
Thorne.
Yeah, Bella Thorne.
Which
Yeah.
one Bella Thorne? Do you on TikTok?
Do I have TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you make
I don't make
TikTok?
videos. No.
You just check them out. Yeah, that's
I
what we
just
do.
like sit there for like hours and just.
Yeah, yeah, it's really
Oh.
addictive.
Hmm.
How long have you been going on it?
Oh, I don't even know. Like I lose track of time.
Well,
And I'm just like,
when did you start using it?
I don't know. I just had it.
Hmm.
And then like when it started, like people started talking about it, then I downloaded it just to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at first it was just like it was just to see the weird people, but then like I don't know, like as like the high schoolers that like really started making it like their own thing, then it got like a lot bigger.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
call
I
it-
don't see many like on my like For You page or whatever. Like see many like random weird videos.
Yeah, I still get them sometimes. Like it's all based on like what you like or like say is not interested or
I don't get
whatever.
a lot of them though
Yeah,
anymore.
I love getting them every so often. Like a little, I'm gonna take them in small doses anyway. Where it's just like, oh my god, can't believe a person that looks like that or is making a TikTok like that.
You know?
That's a little weird.
It's
Yeah.
so nuts how big TikTok is. And
Dude,
It
yeah.
really is.
There's milk.
Like, I wonder how much money like Charlie is gonna make.
apparently
year.
she, well, I Actually, I don't know.
How do they
I
make? How
saw
do they?
some numbers, but I don't know how big. Like, if
Do
it's
they monetize their channel, or is it just based on everything else that you do that you get money?
I got no clue.
no,
Like they have to have some kind of pay system,
I
right?
think it's a sponsorship, and I think because like obviously Charlie uploads what 7 to 8 videos a day, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
That's which I know. I think her dad has like a manager or something with TikTok. That apparently there's some weird contract going around if I read correctly. But
Huh. Yeah, dude, her
like,
dad makes TikToks. You ever see those? They're creepy.
it's so weird.
They're very creepy.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I don't know. I don't even watch TikTok anymore. I only watch the ones you send me, honestly, Lou.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll learn that Mikey's a boomer, basically.
Yeah, I'm a
He's
boomer.
a boomer.
22-year-old
and a zoomer
hero body.
body.
Yeah. I see you vaping.
Yeah.
I tried that. I had one for like maybe like a week, and I'm like, okay, I'm done with it. I just
I
don't-
mean, I want to stop. It's not like
that's
a,
what everyone says.
it's not-
Yeah, no one's ever like, I'm glad I'm addicted to nicotine. You're
Well,
the-
it's like, I mean, it's great, honestly.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna say.
It really is. Like, you wake up, you get a buzz, and you just go about your day. You know, it's great. But when I was 16, 17, I started smoking cigarettes,
Hmm.
Mm.
and then I moved to vaping, and then
It's better.
been there ever since. But I mean, I went down on my nicotine to try and stop and just like wean myself off.
Yeah.
Getting there.
Yeah, I just can't find the money to put it towards that stuff. It hurt me just to buy one of them.
Mm.
Wait, it's actually
I
expensive.
mean, this one,
Yeah.
yeah, this one was like 100 and something, and then I already had this tank, so I could just put it on there because it didn't come with the tank.
Oh, you got the
And
whole
then,
whole
like-
rig, yeah.
And then juice like this. At my vape shop, it's like $40 for just this.
Mhm.
But
Wow.
there's a website called Vape Wild, and you can get this
Sponsored.
for like
And that's our sponsor today.
Sponsor. You can get it for like
Use promo code
$13.
EBoyClique to get 10% off. Actually.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I'll work on that.
Yeah.
We already tried to get a Tummy Tea sponsorship way back in the day. Did not work.
Really?
They emailed us
Yeah.
back too.
People follow me on Twitch.
Oh,
Like they're like actual account.
did you hit up the
I met him
DMs?
on Omegle, and he fucking followed me.
Really? He's there? The CEO of G Fuel.
I don't know what he looks like, but
He's an old white guy, blonde hair.
no,
kind of
he wasn't blonde. He had brown hair.
Okay, maybe brown hair. He paints it a lot, but a little bit buff, right?
How do you know this, Burnout?
Because I know
Yeah.
about this world, Mikey.
Okay.
I mean, if you
Okay.
can find a picture, maybe I like can
Here, I got you.
bring it out of my head to. But yeah, he was just on there, and I was just like talking to him, and I was telling him I'm streaming, and
That's nuts.
we like skipped each other. He like skipped me, I think,
Oh,
and then we found each other again, and he was like, you know what? I'll just follow you on Twitch, and G Full Energy popped up on my screen, and I was like,
Wrong
I was
account?
like, thank you for the follow, and then I like looked it up on my phone, and people like Nico in my chat was like, yo, like that's actually G Fuel. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
no, it is.
Look at this.
hey, how old was he? How old was he?
I don't know. We didn't like talk about like how old.
I mean, like he looks.
That.
Really?
That guy looks old.
Yeah, that's the CEO of G Fuel.
It wasn't him.
Then probably was the dude that was like the advertising or like the social media stuff. I'm guessing.
Mm,
Maybe.
That's
Oh,
still
I think
crazy.
He said something about that.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah, 'cause
Like,
that's
it
the
still says
actual
podcast
CEO.
on the
That's
too.
why I was pretty confused because I'm like, why is this old man in Omegle?
Right?
But,
I mean, he was
yeah.
kind of older too, though.
mm.
Is that
feel
like
like-
the biggest
yeah.
person? Is that the biggest person that came to your Twitch?
Yes, I think I had this one guy. His name is like Brendan, something with a B,
Okay.
and he sings, and he was streaming on YouTube, and he joined my stream and was like, "Hey, can I sing for you?" And I was like, It's like, I don't know. And then he ended up joining the Discord and he sang and it was like, freaking amazing.
Wait, what does he look like?
Hold on.
Does he have like no eyebrows? Is he that guy?
Are you talking about the dude in Omegle?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, we had this. It was like the Echo or something like that came into ours, and we were talking with them. It's like two
We've
guys.
also we've been on one guy's stream before, and then we haven't been on a video yet that I've seen, but people always
Gotta
make
check
those
up on
videos.
it.
Yeah, have you found yourself in a YouTube video?
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Well, it's just like, it wasn't like, oh, Brian Mendoza.
Oh, that's Burnout's cousin.
What? He's my cousin, dude? Let me see.
This guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my
Hold on, let me find
cousin.
Interesting.
Man.
Yeah. And he was really good on it. I don't remember how YouTube, but it was a lot, and I got nervous.
Yeah, there's a lot of singing for streamer videos, so.
Yeah, do you like instantly know that they're making a YouTube video? Like you could see it?
I mean, I couldn't like see him because he
Mhm.
just joined like Discord. But after that, like I went and like looked him up, and I saw that he was like singing for people.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And your video, like, what's like your weirdest Omegle stories or like people you ran into?
I'm sure you get a lot of that.
Hard question.
I had this one guy that, you know how there's like a lot of people like they jigs out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, I usually just like skip them, right? Like anyone
Usually.
would. But there was this one guy,
Not Burnout, but yeah.
and
keep
he
going.
was like
No one's
covered
gonna
in
say.
everything, and but he looked like he was in pain. Like, all right, and he just like had this like weird contraption, but he typed in the chat like, "Please don't blow in your mic or like speak loud or anything because I have like this thing hooked up and it like shocks me."
What the
like,
fuck?
Yeah, it like shocks me if like you blowing it too loud. And so I was like just asking him some question. He was like made up some bullshit like how these like two girls like blackmailed him or something like that. I don't know.
What the fuck?
And so anyways, I took this off and I blew really really hard into my mic. And yeah,
Turned into a fish.
Wait, what did he do? Yeah, what did he do?
he turned into a fish. Like he freaked out.
Fish out of water.
It looked like
That's
he was about to
freaky.
pass out. And it was, I'm not gonna lie, it was fun to do that.
Damn.
And then I just skipped and I never saw him again.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Have you ever found like someone on Omegle that you like, or like you find interesting, and then you accidentally, whatever happened, it skips, and then you're just on a mission to find them again the whole night?
I mean, usually I'm streaming, so like, I have the point things. It's like 1,000 points, where like if I'm talking to somebody, you can just skip them.
Oh.
And I've had people like skip someone, and I've actually like wanted to have a conversation with them, and then like I just can't find them, or I don't get them again.
Yeah.
Huh.
But there was this one guy I was talking to, and the YouTube video I was in, I was basically like half of the video because he was his first time doing it.
Mhm.
And but I had met him when I wasn't streaming, when I just got on there when I was bored, and we had like a super long conversation. But I have sciatica. Do y'all know what that is?
No.
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 Okay, so basically, like, you know, like your butt. It's like weird to explain.
Okay.
It's like your butt cheek. So under that is a nerve, and it's called your sciatic nerve.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So, but mine's pinched in a way from cheer to where it'll send pain all the way down to like my knee, and then from my knee down, it'll go completely numb.
No.
Mm.
Yeah. So I have that, and I was trying to explain that to him, and my like computer, I guess like something unplugged or something like that, and my computer just went, and I couldn't find him. Like I tried to get back on, couldn't find him. And I
You're
was
throwing
like,
in the
"Damn,
sciatica tags, trying to get him.
like, no, I had my same tags because I figured that he was like okay.
Maybe
And
he
then
went
I had to
sciatica.
find him again like the next day when I was streaming.
They said sciatica girl.
And I was like, dude.
You have like that whole setup. Like, is it like? Do you have like? I've heard about that when people stream Omegle. They have like a sensor that like covers the screen for like. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah.
Like,
Do you
I
have that all
a
set up?
Carrot with a cowboy hat on, and it
Mhm.
just says Yeehaw on it. and I have hotkeys on like my arrow keys to where I just press it if that like it's okay,
Yeah.
and then if it's not okay, I'll just like cover it.
Mm.
But yeah.
Has anyone tricked you like once you thought it was okay?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I've had conversations with when they go and say the N word, and I'm just like,
See ya.
Yeah.
thanks, dude.
Yeah.
You probably there's a lot of those on Omegle.
Well, like literally, my last stream is the only time I ever got it, and I got it twice in one day. The only time I've ever gotten it.
It's just annoying. It's like they got nothing better to do. Just ruin people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Streams, yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's why we can't stream Omegle. That's why we just do it like privately.
Yeah,
it's
and we
fun
just
for
we just
fun
find people
Yeah.
that we I guess will eventually just turn into guests to talk to when we know they're not gonna do
Yeah.
anything.
I was like so nervous of like coming on here because like I've never done this before. I've heard that people do it, but I was like, I don't know these people. Like it's gonna be like some like weird like questioning thing, and I'm like just like
Mm.
going in there.
Yeah, no, it's not like a locking the room detention center type
Yeah,
of thing. No.
Basically,
Yeah.
that's what I felt like it was gonna be like. If you ask me a question, I'd just like
Answer it in the next one.
yeah. I feel like that was what it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Well, this next session we call the computer science technical question interview question question of the week, where Mike
That's.
asks you.
I'm not asking anything.
No, I'm just kidding. That's
Yeah.
what we do.
What camera
So-
do you own, by the way? You
Oh,
Is it like-
a Sony A6300?
oh, Sony. Okay. Yeah, because I was looking actually.
So many words.
I have a wait. What's the last model number?
A6300.
Okay. Because I was looking into like I have a Canon right now, but it's
Mhm.
not the greatest.
I had a Canon. What was it? What is it?
I have a Rebel something or other.
Oh, like T3i.
Yeah, it's a T3. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it.
Mm.
It's
Wow.
like the basic camera that everybody gets.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's
Yeah,
what I
she
got.
I'm
called
not trying to like come
Okay,
at you.
okay. She's calling me cheap.
No. That's not what I'm saying. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like if someone has a camera, that's most likely the camera that they have.
Yeah, I think the lens I had was more than the camera. I had like a sport lens, like one of
Oh, yeah.
those like binocular type guys.
Like a telephoto lens.
Yeah. It was. I mean, it was mostly just for like whenever someone's playing like soccer, just get like the nice close-up shot. But
Damn.
it's not too good for videos. I found out.
I have a 50 for
Okay.
like videos like that. I mean, my videos I just basically do highlights of things. Like I don't really like to do other things. I just like to go somewhere, do a bunch of things, put it all together, make it look cool. It's music, you know. It's kind of like
What do you
a music video.
what do you use to edit and stuff?
Premiere.
Premiere. That's what I use Premiere and Photoshop a lot.
Self-taught, I'm guessing.
No, from high school.
Oh.
Oh
okay.
damn. There's enough videos that like I don't know. I've watched just a bunch of videos. You can kind of teach yourself like anything on Premiere. from that.
Yeah.
Just no detail. It's helped me a lot.
Right. His voice is so fucking annoying.
Yeah,
Can't
it
stand
really
watching
is.
that guy. Cannot
He's got
stand it.
such an annoying
Like
voice.
there was times in high school, cause like most of the time, like if our teacher was doing something, that man's like my second dad.
Yeah.
So like he'd be doing something and he couldn't like help us, and he'd just be like, just YouTube it, and then I would always get that guy. Like,
Just in your
always.
niche, yeah.
Yes. And I was like trying to find a different video, and then I'd have to be forced into
I
watching
think
him.
one or two others I'd watch, but they were also annoying. And then same for like Photoshop. It's like unless you get the ones where it's like you get in and they're immediately just doing what you want. It's like
They have to like
Like, even, like,
skip.
yeah, Pete McKinnon, like he's got cool stuff and he knows what he's talking about, but like I don't know, it's like I have to like skip. He's just doing whatever, and then like eventually you get to what you want for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was into like the drone stuff, like all the drone videos and stuff like that. It's just expensive to get the drone, but they're so
you're also-
necessary.
If you want to get paid for flying it, you have to get your drone license.
Yeah,
You
Test
need a
is hard.
license?
That's a thing, yeah.
yeah.
I know you need
Yeah.
permits for like
We
areas.
were studying
FAA
to
stuff.
take the test, and then I didn't take the test, but
Mm.
this studying for it, Jesus Christ.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like regulations and stuff? Like
Well, it's kind of like flights and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
Like
boring.
there's a certain height that you can't go above, and certain
they do
things
go
you have
above
to
it though,
do.
like the drones. Like they can
What do
go
you
what?
mean?
Like you could fly it above the regulations.
No, you'll get like fined and shit.
Oh, like why don't they just
You
limit
can't.
to that? Like limit to it to a height.
Well, I mean, it is. That's why you have to like study for it and
Gotcha.
learn all that shit.
If not, you're gonna be crashing planes too, left and right.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest fear
You're
of
not
like
gonna
flying a
go.
drone is getting caught in a tree.
Right?
You call the
Last
fire
year-
department.
Last summer, I did a job for a month for filming, and my high school teacher, like I said, he was my second dad.
Mm-hmm.
He hired me for that, but he was the one that flew the drone, and he was flying it over the lake, and he was looking down, and his wife was just poking at a tree because she was bored,
No.
and he was just looking down, and she was supposed to be watching, and he ran into like a tree, and it fell down, like trying to go into the water, but there was a like bunch of sticks and stuff that caught it.
Oh, really? Oh, dude, that's so lucky.
It was extremely lucky.
Mm.
Was it like one of the expensive ones, like the DJI ones or whatever?
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah, that's
It
what
was
I,
crazy.
that's what I really want.
it was hilarious though.
What
Fact.
So wait, what did you work at?
It was like a church camp, summer camp thing that I did for a month.
Would you do like any like film like jobs or anything?
I've done that one job. I've done one for my hairdresser. She had like this hair day thing, and filmed that. Did like a highlight of that. There's a local photographer that wanted to take. She has like this senior group that she takes pictures of, and she wanted me to do like a highlight of that. And then she hired me again to do one of this girl that she was taking pictures of, and that one turned out pretty well.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I can.
So I've done a couple.
Yeah, I can imagine pay being pretty good for that stuff. But I
I
mean,
get like $300. The one that I did for a month, I got 2,000,
That's nice.
and then the little ones, I got like 300.
is it hard to like find jobs for that? Is it they
Oh,
they find
100%.
you, or you find them, or is it?
It's kind of both. Like
Yeah.
the town that I live in, it's like a retirement town. So like 95% of the people that live here are that are old,
So it's like the Florida of Texas.
I guess.
What do you mean?
Florida's a retirement home. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's still a lot
true.
of young people here.
Yeah, but I don't know what
Oh,
they're
yeah.
doing there.
But
You're wrong.
so not a lot of people know like stuff like that, and they're just now starting to like, oh, like I can do that. So it's
Hmm.
Yeah. Is it?
Well, that
Do you
works
go with like a
both ways.
crew, or is it just you?
just me.
Really?
No, she has to split the money.
It's I
Right.
mean, yeah, I have to see that
Come
too.
on, Mikey.
And I'm
I
not
feel
doing
like-
like interviews or anything, so I don't
Yeah,
have
you're
to
doing,
have
like,
like
a-
a bunch of film equipment. I literally
A
just
film
have to have my
operator
camera.
and like all that stuff.
Exactly.
Is most of the time like filming the thing, or is it most of the time like the after the fact, like playing with the pictures, or do you like just like take them and give them to someone?
So depending on what I'm doing, like 2 hours, maybe more, will be of filming,
Okay.
and then like a couple of days will be of editing and putting it all together.
Okay.
Unless I'm like really excited about it, then I get it done like that day.
Yeah, you ever like wait? Is it like you ever like have one where it's like, oh, I just don't want to do this, and it's just like
Oh yeah, 100%.
not fun. Yeah, I could see that being a problem.
But the last one I did, I was super excited about it, and the day that I got back from filming, I made the whole entire video.
Yeah,
Like, I know what I'm doing and I can do it fast. Not that I like did it fast. I was just wanting to make it look good, and the thing about me is that I already have a video in my head. Like, you tell me what you want, and before I even get there, before I even start filming, I have it in my head. Like, I know what I'm gonna do. And so if I don't have that, then I'm kind of just like piecing it together, trying to make it look good.
Hmm.
And I already had an idea for that video, so when I got home, I just did it.
Do they give you like full like creative like artistic like freedom
Did
on
you
the
get Final
project?
Cut?
Some people do. Some people want like certain things, but most people want you just to do your own thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess that gives you style to it. So
Yeah.
like if they would do another one, it'd be kind of close but different in some different ways. But
Hmm. I mean,
you
some
watch all
people
the-
want like it to look a certain way, and like certain music
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But
yeah, they don't like need lens flares and all that stuff. But
yeah,
have you ever brought it to someone? They're like, hey, this is a pile of garbage. I don't want it. Change it, or something. Really?
not yet,
Let's hope it stays that way.
Yeah.
right?
I feel like part of
Yeah.
it, I feel like they, I don't know, I feel like they probably wouldn't like, they're like, oh, man, this looks pretty good. I feel like as long as it's like put together and stuff, I don't know. I feel like most people, if they're hiring someone already, they probably don't know too much of like what they want. And they just
Yeah.
want someone to be able to put it together for them.
I
And I
mean,
mean, like I try to be like, hey, is there like a certain way you want it? Is
Yeah.
anything you would like? They're just like, oh, just go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, okay.
yeah, it's like I guess is it like a set price when you do it, or do like they say, yeah, hey, this is good. I'll give you this much money or something like
I
that.
have a set price.
Okay, so you know
Smart.
what you're doing.
Well, yeah, I used to not know what I was doing, and it wasn't because like I feel bad for charging people because like I know that people go through things,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Mhm.
just feel bad because I've always kind of been in like a place that like I'm going through things like I can't afford this,
Mm.
so I
Yeah.
know how like what you're going through, but like I can't do that to myself anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now I'm like starting to actually charge people because I got yelled at by my old AV teacher that I can't go below 150. So
I
I,
mean-
just kind of shot it up to 300.
Yeah, you gotta set something. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't low blow it.
Yeah.
Don't do
How
it
do
for
you
free.
how do you find jobs now?
It's just
Like,
basically
people-
like find each other, or my old AV teacher who'd be like, hey, I have this person, like talk to them. Okay.
Hmm.
Not really good with my words either, so that works out pretty well.
Yeah, I guess it's like the whole like socializing thing. It's kind of weird. I mean, like, I mean, have you ever thought of just like posting like flyers? I know it's weird, but it's like,
That's what I'm trying to think of.
Do
Like
people
a,
still do that?
2004.
does people still do that?
Like I said, he's a boomer. And
Yeah.
in 22
I
was thinking
posted-
more like-
I posted flyers, dude.
What
You're
about
weird.
like making like a? Do you have like a reel of like your like stuff, or do you have like
You have like a
you have to
website?
do,
Do you have like a website or
too,
something?
yeah.
I have a website, yeah.
Do you have
You
like
don't
a
have, like,
dedicated like Instagram for your like your work? Okay, that makes sense.
I have like 4 fucking Instagrams.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
I don't know. I guess the more exposure you get, it kind of helps. But
Yeah.
the hard thing is exposure online is different than exposure local because traveling's probably not too hard. Is actually probably too hard right now. I guess like saying like different state is like that's like
I mean,
not
I would go
possible.
to a different state.
Really?
Like if somebody, yeah, 100%. Like if I trusted them, like not that they
Yeah,
were just gonna
yeah.
off me as soon as I got there. But yeah, if I had like the money to like fund me to get there, like fund me like a hotel room, food,
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like that,
yeah. Why wouldn't you
like
do it?
I would
then?
100% do it.
No.
Do you have like
I feel
backup
like it'd be
equipment?
fun.
Do you like come with like a whole suitcase, like double suitcase, and show up and?
No, I just have my camera and I have like 5 extra batteries.
Hmm.
Now I have a GoPro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right.
The
Did he-
equipment's slowly coming in.
that's the way. That's the way it usually starts, but you'll get there. Yeah.
Is that kind of what you're using Twitch for? To, like get money for your equipment?
Yeah, you're getting Nico to pay for your stuff.
I'm not really doing it for like the money. I mean, it's nice because like
Oh.
not getting money from anywhere else.
Obviously.
But I kind of like then I like to do it just to talk to.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
cool having people come in and just like have conversations,
Yeah.
being able to like do things. I don't know.
It's
I just
yeah.
think it's fun.
I guess yeah, that's like your whole platform that you based off like the Omegle thing too. It's the whole socializing aspect. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the subs and love like getting paid for it.
Yeah.
Like, it makes it that much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting paid for
I mean,
anything
it
is
helps me a lot.
Mhm.
So it's kind of a win-win.
Do you watch a lot of movies, or like did you just get into filming and all that stuff just because of like doing it in the school class?
Well, kind of doing it in the class. Like the thing is I wanted to join the class AV, but I was in a different class. But we got an assignment to make a music video, and
Oh.
yeah, like I'm not really creative in a way, I feel like. So I was listening to Halsey. It was like a couple years ago when she was like before she was like huge. And she has this song called Drive. And for some reason like this whole like telling you like whole entire video just like popped in my head to that song Drive. So I got like one of my friends together with her boyfriend and went out and like filmed a bunch of stuff. Anyways, like end up like getting them in a car crash and they die. Boom. Easy, done, they're dead. You know, put it all together.
Show it to your school.
It in class. Yeah, we're showing it in class. And so we're showing it in class and everybody like is going through the video and everybody's quiet and like these two girls that were in AV were like sitting behind his desk and everybody was watching it and then it ends and everybody's just quiet. I'm like, oh, that's awkward. Like I probably just like messed up. And he like gets up and the two girls were like crying. And so he gets up and he tells me to go in the hall. I'm like I'm not a person to like get in trouble. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm in trouble. Like fuck. And so I go in the hallway and he's like, listen, like you're not in trouble. I just want to let you know that I want to put your video in UIL. And I'm like, okay, which is like the state which you go to state for. Yeah, it goes through like stages, so it goes through 3 stages and it could potentially go to state to where everybody in this not in the school but in the class goes to Austin and watches your film in like this big like theater.
That's sick.
Yeah. So he like put my video in it. I mean, it didn't really go anywhere, but still, it meant a lot to me at the moment to like, whoa, like I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so they had to remake it and everything. I'm not gonna talk about the remake. Since I wasn't an AV, I couldn't take control over it.
Oh.
I mean, it went on along the line of what I was doing. There's just one part that pisses me off in it.
Yeah. That's cool having a mentor that pushes you that way.
And he still does it to this day.
Really?
Like that was like 2 years ago and he still does it.
I mean, that's actually something you really need to find in high school because there's people usually stick through your whole life. And if you like find, I mean, there are some people. Okay. Yeah.
IT guy at our school, but
yeah, there are people that really see like enjoy doing or seeing what you do and keep following, but yeah, gotta find that drive.
I'm like not a person to put myself out there, so he's just like, go. You can't do that. Just do it. And I'm like, okay.
I think Mike actually also learned some video techniques from our old janitor too. They had the camera in the locker room.
Yeah, that's a little weird techniques. Yeah, I don't know. And most of this stuff, it's just like you said, weddings and stuff like that. What's like the biggest event you went to? Like most people, it had to be a wedding or something like that?
I've done weddings. I've done two, 3. I've done 2 or 3 weddings.
You ever like get really emotional in the weddings?
No. Do I?
Yeah.
No, I'm just like behind the camera crying. No.
Like, wow.
Like
so
I don't know
to,
these people. Why would I
so
cry?
Hey, some of them are like really beautiful. Even if you don't know them.
Well,
so
I mean,
happy
it just takes like, for me, in like my emotions or whatever, I bottle a lot of stuff up, and so like, it takes a lot for me to like break, and once I do, like I'm just gone. I'm crying.
Like cheer?
Huh?
Like cheer?
What do you mean? Oh
The
yeah,
show?
like cheer. Like that was just like a lot of like bottled up tension and you know, like I said, like I don't know what's going on in my life. Like if y'all could let me know what I'm doing, that'd be great. Cause I don't know. But
Yeah.
you know,
Like Burnout, like what do you think is gonna happen? Do you cry when you interview let's just say you go interview Messi? Do you
Oh,
like
yeah.
If I
cry
see
on?
Messi, I'm actually gonna cry. What do you mean?
Yeah, I could see. Yeah,
I might not like
Sure.
full ball out cry, but you will see tears coming out of my eyes.
I mean, if I'm filming something and they're being all cute and things like that, I'm gonna be like, oh,
Mm.
and that's about it. Unless like something really intense happened and they're telling me that, and like I don't know, like a situation, like maybe he got in a car wreck or something and almost died, or some other things happened. I don't know.
Like how many pictures do you actually take like at the end of the events? Like 1,000?
I don't take pictures. I take the videos.
The videos. I mean, like that's probably got to go through like.
There's about like, well, cause for you don't film the whole entire thing.
Mhm.
Like you
Little snippets.
film, yeah, you snip it. So there has to be, if it's a long wedding, it has to be like 100 and something clips of like getting important things, maybe more.
Man.
And if it's small, it's just like 70, maybe less. It really just depends on what's going on.
How long does a video wind up being? Usually.
Usually I always take down the videos to like 3 minutes, so it's not like super long.
3 minutes?
Yeah, I thought it would be a lot longer than that. Damn.
Yeah, me
Mm-mm.
too. Cause I seen like.
If there's a lot of things going on, then it'll probably be longer than that. But usually I try to keep my videos to like 3 minutes.
Mm.
It's like the whole cutting thing. That'd be hard to cut some footage you filmed. It's weird. It's like excluding some big parts and then including some other
If you got
parts.
70 parts.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to get everything.
Mm.
I don't know.
So if a lot of things are happening, then it's gonna be longer than that. If nothing really happened and it's kind of short wedding, then
Just putting stock footage of grandma getting some cake and then
right,
people dancing.
them cutting the cake and then grandma taking some.
And then
Them
maybe someone I don't know gets a little frisky with someone else's wife.
Shit.
That'd be something.
Do you put like do you have a song that you put in maybe on those highlights that you use a lot, or like?
I just kind of go on YouTube and scour
Mm.
for like 3 hours for like the song that kind of
Captures.
I don't know, like
Doesn't need to be
captures,
royalty free.
like hits
Yeah.
like that video in my head
Yeah.
Mm.
about like, because if I don't have the video going into it and I film things, I'll probably have an idea of what I want to do after I'm done. So then I'll just kind of go and just listen to the music, and if it has enough beats and stuff like that, then
Yeah.
I'll put it together.
I mean, what kind of music are you into? Like just in general.
I listen to anything except jazz. I don't really
That's weird.
like
Yeah, that's a
jazz.
weird. That's a weird
Jazz.
category.
Opera music,
Yeah.
I hate opera music.
Did you ever like? I mean, like I guess jazz, but like I don't know. Even like when I watch like La La Land or something, it can be good still. I don't know. It was good in that movie.
Yeah.
at least.
Actually watch
I
La
can't
La
listen to
Land.
opera music. I don't like screaming music, like hardcore
Oh
punk
yeah.
rock shit. No.
All right, I'm out of that.
What's the most stuff you listen to?
Huh?
What's like the biggest genre? Like, do you have like Spotify where they do like that end of the year, like they show you all your statistics and like
Mhm.
stuff?
Russ. I listen to Russ a lot.
Oh, Russ.
Mhm.
He's from South Jersey, like near where we are. Like one of his main songs, Cherry Hill.
Mhm.
It's like a town near us. That's just the name of a town. He's
Yeah,
interesting.
I listen to him a lot. Like I know like all of his.
Hmm.
It's my husband, but he don't know it. I listen to country, obviously.
Oh.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just kind of listen to what sounds good, and then if I like it, I'll just do it. Unless it's opera or jazz or rock.
I'm never gonna go on YouTube and just look up opera music.
Yeah, I
That's-
don't know.
Yeah.
It's
I was
weird.
like, you
It's
never
not
like
the
watch
worst.
America's Got Talent or something, and they. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying it's horrible. Like,
Yeah.
I'm very proud of them of what they can do and
Yeah.
have a career off of it. Like, I'm proud of you. You get it, but I cannot listen to it. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know why. I just can't.
Have you ever heard of Lil Peep?
Mhm.
You like Lil
Is
Peep?
he dead?
He's dead now.
Way to be blunt about it.
We're big Lil Peep fans.
They are.
Yeah, we all watched. We us three watched the documentary together. What are you talking about, Burnout? You're in now.
Yeah,
It
you
looks like
watched
me
it.
and I'm a big fan.
Okay, real question. Are y'all like conspiracy people?
I
Sometimes.
am.
A little
I
bit.
personally
A little
am.
bit.
You are? Oh, I'm like
really highly.
hardcore conspiracy person.
Like
I
what?
know.
Like what?
I am.
Like Bigfoot?
Like Avril Lavigne's dead.
Avril Lavigne's
Wait,
dead.
what? Wait, actually, I seen some videos about that.
She's in
but
Japan.
Avril Lavigne is
put-
dead, and she's been replaced by a clone.
Skater boy.
Okay,
Hmm.
put me your thoughts into that. Like-
On what?
Like explain
Yeah,
it.
why-
Explain
why?
a little
Like,
bit. Explain.
Well, tell
Like
me
what's the basis
So
of it?
you know Avril Lavigne's like rock, like
Mm-hmm.
music that she used to do all the
Mhm.
time, and then after her grandpa died, her music like completely changed. It's like this like pumpy up, like
Yeah.
girly music.
I
and stuff
listened to
like
one
that.
last week.
And people have like pictures of her from like a certain time to like this time, and she's like little things look different. Like you can look at it and tell like, you know, that looks a little weird.
And then
Hmm.
would she just not show up anymore? Like anywhere? Is that what
Have you heard of anything about Avril Lavigne?
I personally-
No, I've heard like of like the she's a clone thing or whatever. Yeah, but I don't know. I haven't looked into it much to
You
really.
heard that's like apparently for like a lot of pop stars like out there.
Yeah, they always say
Even,
that.
Yeah,
they
but there's like
they,
stupid ones though.
because they're saying stuff about like Britney Spears.
What with Britney Spears? Tell me.
Because like apparently after she went all psycho mode or whatever, they actually had to replace her because she was not gonna get any better. And you
Ooh.
can apparently if you sound to how she sings now, how she used to sing back in the day, it's not
Well,
the same.
I mean, like, her voice
she
can
is like that
change.
nasally, like singing
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
That's why she sounds different. It's because she did that nasally shit.
and they're saying like her family basically like sold them to like whatever this clone thing is, and who knows where the real one is? Could probably be dead or whatever. Or,
She's
you know,
probably hanging out with Avril Lavigne.
it probably you know whatever that place is. But like
Ugh.
yeah, apparently she got replaced, and whoever Britney Spears is now, that's obviously the fake one.
Hmm.
It's-
What other current conspiracy theories do you think?
Oh man, I have so many. I could actually go for hours because
Oh, I
it-
could too.
like okay, so for me when I go to sleep, like I need to have my
Why does
TV
your
on.
camera keep doing that?
Yeah, it goes a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes gray.
Why does it do that?
I have no clue.
No.
Yeah,
No
it's
worries.
to be honest. Yeah, don't worry about it. But when I can't go to sleep unless I have my TV on, and I usually always have something like on randomly, and I just let it go whatever it goes. And there was this one night, which was about 2 to 3 hours. I don't know why I said 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
2 to 3
Okay.
years ago. What's it called? That it started going from conspiracy to conspiracy. And for that day, I legitimately could not sleep. I didn't sleep for basically almost 32 hours, and I was watching videos of conspiracy about every little thing you could find. And then I
The
started.
Mandela effect?
Yes, that's a big
Yeah,
one.
that's-
That
You told me
I-
about
Okay.
that a lot.
I did.
The Berenstein Bears.
That's I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it the
Wait.
Berenstein Bears? Or is it the Bernstein Bears?
See, for me, I actually never really
Yeah, I never knew.
there's a few
so.
things because I was not raised in America.
Oh.
Yeah, so a lot of those things, though, there are other things like the Pikachu's tail, or like Mickey Mouse stuff, or like the Monopoly glasses. Obviously, like something like Universal stuff
Yeah.
like that. Those I do catch. But like things like really Americanized, like Bernstein Bears and all this stuff, I don't really catch it because like I never grew up with that.
Specifically, freaking remember the Berenstein Bears. Like,
Hmm.
and people were like, "Yeah, it's the Berenstein Bears." Like, no, bitch, it's not.
Yeah, no. Then they say about like Star Wars, like I am your father, or Luke,
Yeah.
I am your father, and stuff like that. And it's
Oh, that's just people
or-
misremembering the quote. Like,
Yeah.
But
That's
the
like
whole
tons of
entire
clips.
world.
yeah, easily. I mean, like, it's
Uh,
not Houston. We have a problem.
Like, that's wonky.
I think it's just because like you just remember what's the like someone says like, and the real thing is like Houston, something, and then like they say like we have a problem, and then like
like,
someone
problem?
shorts it. It's because it's not that like if you hear the actual quote, it's like a longer, and it's like I bet like people just slowly start like shortening it until like the part that like sounds more catchy. Houston, we have a problem, and then eventually everyone just says Houston, we have a problem, and they just think that was what the main thing was.
There's also one that's Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
I know what you're talking about.
It's Sex in the City.
Sex
but
in the city?
the real name is like Sex and the City.
And the city. Yeah. Basically,
What?
like,
Oh, that got me there.
So, this is how it all like. Obviously, I know the thing that you're trying to go with, Louis, of like obviously people misremember, but the fact how this theory came out, which was actually from obviously Nelson Mandela. You know, people
Okay, he's dropping it.
died.
Okay.
In jail and all those stuff. It's not something that you just misremember. The fact that that's how it all started from everything, and that's the one thing that triggered everyone, right? And then obviously there's a lot of things linked into this Mandela effect. You know, people say time traveling. People say,
like a glitch or something.
Like a glitch in the matrix. We live in a
The
simulation.
society.
See, like we're having a ball with like telling you about the conspiracy theories, and y'all are just so confused.
I know, but
Like, do you believe in the simulation thing?
That's a big one.
I don't
Okay.
disbelieve.
That's a big one.
There's this thing that messes with my head that I heard one time, and it
What?
was like, what if, like, we went into like this thing where they were testing like the serum or something, and they put us to sleep, and we're in a dream right now, but we're living our lives, and when we die, we wake up. But there, it's only like a minute or so, but in our dream, we're living our whole lives.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a.
It's like
think
Avatar.
about
It's like
that.
an Avatar thing in a pod, and
No,
you just
for-
get pushed in.
For some reason, it's like I'm like 95% to 100% sure. I don't know why. It's not like a religion thing at all, but like I know there's something else after you die.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't know what it is, but there's definitely something there.
I don't think it's a
You're actually
simulation.
not dead.
There's so many
simulation's a little weird.
things in like the world that we haven't discovered. Like we don't even know what's in the ocean.
I
Yeah.
know.
Water.
That's way too deep. Water.
Yeah, water, dumb idiot. But like, there's
That's
so.
right.
I don't even remember. It's like 75% of the ocean that we haven't even like discovered.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it? Just look for it.
No, because we can't go because it's so dark. It's so dark and
Whatever
there's, like, so much
happened to like
species.
all these flights that disappeared?
What's that? What's that? The
Those are
Malaysia?
fun.
Is that the Malaysian one?
3.
So many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was
That's
a
the
big
big
one.
one.
There's,
That's a
like,
big
so
one.
many, yeah.
That was a big
I
one.
heard something about that. Someone had like someone said like their theory that sounded like pretty true.
So, like ISIS or something took it.
No, it was like an area that it could have went down that like and like that like something about like something that coming up on shore in some country that like they didn't know if it was from Malaysia, but like it would make a lot of sense if it was the Malaysian flight. I
Man.
forget where though.
There's
I
just
mean,
so
that was
many.
crazy.
I still think it's somewhere random.
Yeah, what if like just like tomorrow, like oh my god, it just landed in New York.
Right?
No,
There's,
no,
like, there's like this show on. I don't know
Yeah,
what
that's
it's
that
called, but,
show,
like,
like
this
Manifest or
flight
something?
went- Yeah,
Manifest.
Manifest.
Yes, man.
That's a cool
but, like,
idea.
this
I don't know if I would ever watch it, but yeah, there's just like you'd like
no,
to think
but
like
imagine
you take
that.
off
Like,
and
what
just,
if
like-
that did happen?
You know what I actually think that happened with those flights, which is actually goes back to like. It doesn't really go back to too much time travel.
Juice
Like,
WRLD.
a
Okay,
lot of
historian,
things
explain.
We actually do, but I do feel like there's different dimensions.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
feel-
That's a little.
No, wait, because it's gonna sound really weird.
It's already.
I
you
know.
watch too much Rick and Morty.
I
You watch
have
Rick and-
seen through dimensions. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it.
You see dimensions.
I actually have.
He's on drugs.
I'm just
Yeah, were you
saying.
on something?
But I feel like something happened where like by the time when they were flying, something may have triggered that opened another dimension and it flew into that world. And it just disappeared from our
What does that
existence.
look like? Does it look like an actual portal that they flew through? Or
Yeah,
what do you
Portal
mean?
2.
I don't think it just looks like a portal. I think it's just normal. Like I don't know if you've seen videos of like randomly people just hitting the car in the middle of the street and there's like it
And they're just
looks like there's
gone.
nothing. that, or it just hit something like a invisible wall.
You were out there.
This reminds me of like my freshman year of college when like this one kid was really into him and he would play like the YouTube conspiracy videos and one of them was like the mermaids that are real and he's like, dude, this is like, and like he was so into it and I was like, this is like they couldn't be more fake. Like,
Okay.
I
What do
don't know
y'all think about the
mermaids
moon
are.
landing?
Okay,
really? It's definitely
it's
real.
definitely
but there's
real.
like easily ways to prove it.
It's definitely real. You could go there and you could see them launch it, but I don't know about past that point. But you gotta just
You
believe.
guys don't believe in like the Earth being flat, do you?
Oh,
No.
Okay.
okay, good. Cause me neither.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched like this really long video and it made like a good point of like why it could
Yeah,
be.
same.
But like, yeah.
I went into a plane and I was flying and sometimes like it said like you know how like you can go and like you're supposed to see a curve.
A curve and yeah, you don't see it.
I didn't see a curve.
Yeah.
So that was like I was like, oh,
Yeah, you just prove it.
That was
You
weird.
could just disprove
You
it.
go high
like,
enough, right? You
with,
go
like
higher.
easy
wasn't
things you could do
playing.
at your like house. That's the problem though. Is like all you have to do is like 2 simple science experiments like in your backyard, and then like it just proves it. And it's like, oh,
I think it was shot in Hollywood.
by
What?
Stanley Kubrick.
All
And then
the
made it-
footage
You
was
ever
from
see? You
Hollywood
ever
in the
see The
basement.
Shining? You ever watch The Shining?
Hmm.
Because if you like conspiracy theories, it's got like there's a whole documentary that came out like 4 years ago about The Shining and like all the symbolism in it, and like because like the kid wears a Apollo 11 thing, and he goes into room is it 237, and that meant something, and the actual movie's about like Loki about like the Indians and stuff, and us throwing them out, and then like I don't know, there's a bunch of like conspiracy, and like some people, it's like some of them were like, oh, that's kind of like makes sense. Some of it's like these people have just like they're going crazy. Like in the clouds of the first part, he's like you can see that he airbrushed his face. Stanley Kubrick airbrushed his face into the clouds and all this stuff. It's crazy.
That's weird. That's really weird.
Yeah, conspiracy theory is something that I could definitely keep talking about.
I mean, there is someone we watch on Twitch that's really into it, like the whole
I
Bigfoot.
think X is still alive.
What about Juice WRLD?
That's
Wait,
there's a
really?
possibility of
There's
that
no
little.
doubt.
There's a
But
possibility.
X 100% alive.
Really?
Why do you think that?
I mean, you could see like pictures of him getting shot and whatever, but X has faked his death before.
I was 10 minutes.
But you saw him get shot, and also like what is his advantage of not
There's
releasing
just
music and stuff?
something
He was the
that tells
biggest.
me that he's alive.
Tupac's
Michael
alive.
Jackson's
I
alive?
I don't see the like
I
the
think-
biggest thing is like
I
there's
don't
like
think that Michael Jackson's
literally no
alive, but
benefit.
I do think that Elvis Presley was alive, but he's
Yeah, he's
obviously
definitely
dead now.
now.
He's dead now.
Yeah.
But
But
I think that Elvis Presley was alive.
I do also think probably that too.
no, I think that the X
I feel
thing
like
is,
they faked their death just to get
X
out
was
of
too
it
public.
and to live like a normal
and like
life.
he was literally like the second biggest streamed artist. Like it would be pretty hard for him not to just like want to go for some reason. Like when he can make a bunch of money, and I don't know. Like
But the
I don't
thing
know.
is that people don't care. Like his thing was people don't care until you're dead. So I feel like he might have faked his death. and
That's the
then
thing. That's a problem. Is that he was like
and,
so
like,
big.
He released the album.
Well, I mean, that's just a studio. They do it for everything. I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's like right now, it's like it's like I don't know. It's kind of even like disgusting. It's like the last album. It was like 30 songs, and it's just like literally just like snippets of like someone's like iPhone that they just like put on the thing. Like one's called Jaw on drums, and it's just like a 1 minute snippet of him just like doing the drums, and that's a song, and it's just like
I don't know. I don't know. I think
So-
it's
yeah.
I don't know. What's her name? Dobie
Kobe.
Crickets.
Did you hear about how the plane they didn't find any engine failure?
Oh yeah.
He said, "This is the only daughter I like. We're gonna fake her death. We're gonna leave.
That's
Fuck the rest of the
weird.
family."
That's
That's
I
a
don't,
little
I don't know how to
weird.
feel about that. To
Yeah.
be honest,
That's-
I don't think they have any reason.
It was a
to.
little weird when I heard that, but I don't know. I guess it must have just been they crashed because of the fog, but like
Yeah, it was weather.
yeah.
I
Um,
don't know. I feel like something weird happened on the plane, but none of us are gonna know because like they're all
Most
dead.
times it always comes out as drugs, like Roy Halladay, but I don't think it definitely wasn't drugs. But like
Yeah,
again,
there
it was
was
like a
kids there.
it was like a pilot. It wasn't him or anything. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot out there. Let's see. Toby Cripids. That's who we watch on Twitch.
Most of the ones I actually believe in are like ones that like aren't as like I don't know like sports
Lesser
ones like
people.
Michael Jordan. No, like Michael Jordan. His dad got killed because of gambling debt he had, and that's why he left the NBA because they had to like get him out of there for like heat that was going to come on the NBA, and that's why he went to the MLB for a bit, and then he came back, and like stuff like that. Like I definitely believe that. And, there's like a few others I believe, and then like if you like read into like the weird like military one, stuff that like I don't know weird projects.
There's a lot of wonky shit going on.
Yeah.
There's too many.
That's all I'm gonna say. There's like so much to keep up with.
Yeah.
It really is.
What about the conspiracy theory that the government puts out like crazy conspiracy theories to cover up the ones that are actually true and that like they don't want me to actually.
One thing that actually does happen is that something will happen in the world and then the like media will cover it up.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I feel like that's not as
so say like there's
hard
like
to-
this huge like shooting or something, or just
Yeah.
using shooting for example because it's been happening a lot. The next day it'll be something different, like, oh, this dog walked across the freaking bridge with
yeah, but that's like
no
because
rope, and everybody's like, oh wow, and then
it's probably
it's
just funded by
it's not
people
really
that they
talked
don't
about.
want. Probably like funded by people
I
that.
think that's more like a
connect to-
PR move than anything, though.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah,
who
but,
you're
like,
funded by and stuff.
I don't know, it's just weird.
Yeah, it's still like not kind of scummy, but like just
Yeah.
how it is.
Yeah, obviously.
Or something will happen and you won't hear about it, or
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of big stuff that goes, I guess,
Yeah, dude.
uncovered.
Like I saw a documentary like a while ago where it was like in the '60s, like in Indonesia they killed like 1 million people a year just because like the government took over, and it's like that's something like you just never would know. It's crazy. Like it's like I don't know if 1 million people died in a year, like because of the government in America or something, it would be like the biggest world news. And, like everyone would learn about. It's just crazy how stuff like that like you just wouldn't even know that happens.
Man, this chat got dark quick.
Yeah.
It went,
Orange.
went somewhere.
Wait, so, since obviously you believe in like conspiracy theories, do you believe
Here he
in the
goes.
supernatural?
I mean, yes. I mean, yeah.
Have you
The-
had-
to an
Ghosts?
extent. I believe in
Have, like,
ghosts.
Experience?
I don't get the ghost thing.
Yeah, I don't get the ghost either.
Okay.
Oh,
That's how it's been
so-
working. It's like you two
I haven't,
believe and
like,
we don't.
Seen anything?
Okay.
But they're San Antonio, you know, the Alamo and everything.
Mm.
Since there was a lot of people killed in like the Alamo, there's there's two hotels on the side of the Alamo. To both hotels. One hotel is called the Emily Morgan, and I don't really get any feeling there, and it's like just kind of it used to be like a morgue, like there's like different floors and like
No
what used to
vibe,
be
no
it.
vibe.
There's nothing like maybe it's like a little creepy, but that's really about it. And then the other hotel, it's called Mangering Hotel, Manger something with an M. And I go in there and it's like the lobby and it's like normal, it's just like a hotel, but then you go to like the side where like the rooms are and it's open and it has you see like in old places where it's like the hallway around it and it's like the middle is open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's 2 floors like that. But the thing about it, it's just kind of weird. The rails on the side come to like your thigh. But like really, really low. Like they're really short. So if somebody were to hate you and push you like right here, push you like that,
Oh, you
Yeah.
go over.
fall over. There's like nothing to catch you at all.
So what
you
are you saying? Like, just, like
completely
felt
fall over.
weird there?
No, I'm just saying like as an example. But it did feel weird there. And I don't know what it was, but it gave
It might just be that
I
thing,
can-
like you were thinking, like you're so like you're subconsciously thinking like oh, is
No,
that safe?
because I wasn't thinking about it at the other place. Like it was the same at both places. But
Hmm.
the only thing that was different is that when I went into the Mangering Hotel, I couldn't breathe. Like I felt like something was pushing on my chest.
Dude, but those stories
That's
are
usually
crazy.
how
Like
It felt something was pushing on my chest, and
Yeah,
like, I couldn't
like-
breathe. Like
Yeah.
I was walking around, like I was in cheer. Like I was walking around, I'd be completely out of breath.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I vape and shit like that, but like just walking, like I'm not gonna,
you
get,
just got baby.
you know. And so
No. Oh,
the only
man.
thing that happened, sorry, the only thing that happened is, you know those like stupid ghost apps?
Ghost
Oh
what?
no.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I done. It's just
Oh,
like
Ghost app?
my mom is like really freaked out about this stuff, so she was there with me.
Oh.
And there was like this table, and so I sat down at the table and I downloaded this ghost app. And there was a door, and one of the little green dots popped over the door, and I was like, "Oh, look, Mom, one's right there." And as soon as I pointed, it said door, and I pointed at the door, which this makes it all wonky, which is like why I'm not really sure about those apps because it's just weird.
Yeah.
But I pointed at the door, and then I was like, "Oh, Mom, like it says like you, like me talking with my hands, like it says it's right there. It says the door." And then it says girl.
Oh.
And as soon as it said girl, my mom ran. Like she was not having it. She couldn't do it, and she was gone.
See ya.
Then it says, then next just says you.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
I don't remember. It said something else, but it was.
it said right behind you. Oh my god.
I don't know if it said.
It said
I don't
knock at the
remember.
door.
It's. I just know for a fact that it said door and girl. It said
Nice.
something else that was weird.
I
but
wonder. I
don't remember
wonder
what it was.
if it listens to you, and then just
And the
Google.
thing about like how it says about like ghosts and stuff like that, you know how like there's something about like a portal or something with like mirrors.
Yes.
There was a lot. They have a lot of mirrors there.
That's what I was gonna bring up next. Yeah.
They have a lot of mirrors there, and which kind of like makes it a little weird. But that's the only place that I really like haven't been able to breathe and
Hmm.
literally walking, like just not running, not even thinking about anything, just straight up couldn't breathe.
Yeah, like
That
mirror.
reminds me of no, I was gonna say that reminds me like my version of that thing you're saying, Burnout, with like the conspiracies and watching them all night is like sometimes like on Reddit or whatever, I'll see those threads where it's like what are times like you had that like weird feeling in the back of like your head, like something's not right. Like you read these stories and they're so crazy, where it's like stuff that, like your brain picks up on without like you even knowing, where it's just like I shouldn't be here, like, and like then you found out later that there was like a serial killer in like the same place or something like that. This always freaked me out. Or like someone was living in your house the whole time, or someone was waiting in your house. It's like,
That's
holy
weird.
shit. Yeah.
Dude,
And then
by
one's, like,
any
not
chance,
sleep.
do you remember the phone model that you had when you were doing that with the app?
Maybe like a 7?
S7
the-
or iPhone?
that's the unlucky
7,
number.
an iPhone 7 or iPhone 6.
Cause I know I'm pretty big into like ghosts personally. I like going to haunted
Mhm.
places a lot. So I have like well I don't. My friend has EBC
I mean, I
and all
love
that.
going to haunted places. Like,
I know, me too.
if you're my friend and you're down to go to haunted places, like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, heck yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Wait, have
Like,
you used
I
the
might
Ouija
be
board?
scared of my mind. Oh no, that's I
Stay away
don't-
from that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is like, I'm not gonna try and communicate. It's only because when I was growing up, like, it was kind of like a conversation with my mom. We were talking about it, and you know that light as a feather, stiff as a board thing.
Mhm.
So my mom, when she was growing up, her and her friends went out to the woods and they did that on a girl. And my mom's not like that at all. Like, she's super like Christian, and she's like, I mean, she believes in like ghosts and stuff like that, but she's not about it. Like,
Yeah.
stuff's going down, she's leaving. Like, she's not about it. And the girl started to float, like lifted off the ground, and she told me that, and I was like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
That's
No,
I'm not
crazy.
trying to with that.
what's it called?
What's like your guys like closest like experience to, I guess like it won't be like convincing you guys, but like closest like paranormal thing, or like, oh,
I'm pretty
I
sure I
could-
lived with the ghost.
Oh yeah, same.
What was the name?
I don't know.
Oh.
Well, the last house I lived in, someone didn't find out until we moved out of it. Found out somebody had died in there.
Ah.
But the thing is that the room that I lived in, it was always kind of like hot, because it didn't really have insulation. Like, it was an old house, so it didn't have like really good insulation.
Mhm.
hmm
So, but it would be like super hot, and I would just like be sitting in bed, and I'd get this like super cold spot, like random, and like
like when you're in a pool and
I
something.
feel like my heart rate would kind of go up, but like
Oh, weird.
it wasn't like scary.
No, yeah.
So
Interesting.
I wouldn't like freak out. I just be like, oh, like jokingly, like there's a ghost there, and then actually find out there, somebody
Yeah.
died there.
That's actually crazy.
Do you
What
have
about you,
any pets
Burnout?
by any chance?
Do you have any what now?
Pets?
Pets? Yeah.
Okay, because I use my dog as a radar.
Dude, yeah, dude, my one cat at home, because we live in a weird, like, I don't know, like my neighborhood is like really like sketchy at night, and like or like weird, like looks like really haunted, and like my house is like kind of old, and like my one cat like used to always go in this one corner and like look at like the corner and like scratch at it sometimes and just keep looking at it, and it would freak me the fuck out, man. It was like too scary. It was like, what do you see? What do you see? Or like sometimes like in general. Or in general, when like animals like get that weird thing where they it's like what's in the room, and then they leave, or they like start acting weird about something. It's like, oh shit.
Or like a dog will just start barking at like nothing there.
Mm.
That freaks me out.
Oh yeah.
Or like, I have 3 little dogs and I have a big dog. She doesn't really bark or anything, but I mean now I live in like we built this house, like, you know, there's like storage buildings. We got 2 storage buildings and basically put them together. And it's not finished, but you know, there's like, it's new, nothing has happened here, it's not old or anything. So I think I'm kind of in the clear.
You never know.
Fuck off.
You don't know where the soil grounds, because there's a lot of things here, specifically in Florida, because of the whole Native American stuff. You don't know where the grounds came from. So like here, even if you construct a new house, you don't know if.
Woods.
I mean.
Oh well, people come down my driveway 'cause it's like a mile long, and they think cults live in my woods. Like they would expect, like, it's middle of the night. You would, like, the way that it looks, you would expect like from a movie, like a cult just to like walk across the road.
Yeah, have you ever seen that movie Hereditary?
Crazy.
Fucking freaky. There's like.
There is a cult
like,
next to me.
Oh, what? Like an actual cult?
Oh, like an actual cult.
No.
Like they're like crazy Christians and they like take people and like brainwash them and
freaky.
Like,
Scientology?
they were on Dr. Phil.
Weird.
Wait,
Burnout, what was
about
your
Scientology? You don't know what that is? All right, wait.
Oh,
all right.
damn.
Louis, what you said?
I just wanted to just keep going around with like closest paranormal thing.
For me, it's pretty tight because I know I actually joke a lot about that. For you, Louis and Mikey, when I'm on Omegle, but I'm actually like half medium. Like I actually do feel like, and I see that a lot.
Okay.
So, this is gonna get kind of personal, but me and my grandpa never really had a close relationship at all. We were not raised together. I only seen him like maybe 5 times before he passed away. And when he passed away, I was in middle school. I was like either in 7th or 8th grade. Obviously, when he passed away, I don't feel anything because I was never close to him. My grandma told me that his last words was my name because he felt really bad that he was never really around for me. And he knew I didn't really care too much about him. So that really hurt him in the long run. So that's why they say maybe like he passed away because of like all the hate stuff and love and whatever. But like his last words was my name when he passed away because he wanted to see me. But he lived in another country at that time. I lived here and he lived in Spain. So he passed away. And then 2 weeks after, at that time, I don't remember what I was doing. Me and my mom were in the grocery. It was at night. I think we were like a Publix, like at 8 or 7 p.m. And I don't know why, because I still don't see that blue light anywhere. But I know he comes visits every once a week at least, because my grandma lives with me now, so he comes more frequently. Before when my grandma was not here, he used to come at least visit like every 3 weeks or every month usually. But now that my grandma's here, he comes usually every other week or every week at least. But at around 8 or 9, after we left Publix, I saw a blue light, and it was weird because I didn't. There's also where they say like ghosts, like their form is like a blue light, right, or like a type of like light energy. And I didn't really thought about it at that time because I was pretty young. But now that I grew up more, I knew exactly what it was. And at that time, I thought I was pretty stupid because all the arrows were pointing at who he was. I just didn't know what it was, and I thought it was like a little plaything. So he went inside the car. My mom saw it too, but she just thought it was like some weird light. I probably had like a laser pointer. That's really what she thought it was, but it was blue and the laser pointers are red, but whatever. So he came into the car, and then when he came to the car, I didn't really see it after. And then we got home, and then randomly you see the blue light go straight to my house. So I opened the door, the light went straight into my mom's room. You know how when people die, they have like a little memorial picture with like the day that they died?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it went straight to that memorial picture in my mom's room. So that I obviously followed it, and even though at that time I didn't really, I was like, okay, it just went there and it just disappeared. But after that, 2 weeks after, I dreamt about it, and we had a full-on conversation, and he told me how he like was pretty, he felt bad that he was never in my life. He felt bad that just
That's
like
weird.
resentment, right? Is that what you call it? I think
Resentment, yeah.
resentment. Yeah. So there was a lot of resentment that he felt throughout the years that he was never with me, because I have another I call him my brother, but he's really my mom's sister's son. But we were raised together, so he loved him more than me, so he never really paid attention to me, and that's what he felt bad about, because we were never close. And obviously he knew after he passed away that I didn't really care. It didn't affect me at all. I didn't cry, nothing. Obviously my mom was bawling out, but it didn't affect me at all. And right after the dream, when I woke up, he was sitting next to my bed. Like he fully
That's freaky.
Wow.
Yeah, and now that I see him, it's fine. Like, but before that, I have seen when I was young. I just never really thought about it because I thought they were real at that time. But you know how like when you're young, you see things like babies, they have the ability to actually see.
Oh, I thought you said that you were seeing babies.
No.
And I was like, okay.
No, like babies can like young kids like around the age from like 6 months to like 4 or 5, they can see things that we can't see, just like a dog.
Okay.
Interesting. Go on.
So what's it called? So I remember the things I saw when I was 4 or 5. Because I used to live in Japan, and there was an area where there was a lot of dead people. Lou, you probably know where I'm going with this.
Suicide forest.
Yeah. And we went through there. Obviously, there's really not that much. Like you obviously just see the bodies maybe and like whatever. But I saw the people hanging around, and there was no one there. And my mom at that time didn't see anything, and she was wondering why I was just looking around like there was so much stuff to see. Because I saw
Just
everything.
like,
Yeah. So weird.
how are
So you're trying to
you?
say that
Just
you're
hanging out.
basically the kid from Sixth Sense. You can see dead people when other people
Right?
can't.
If I have a kid and like we go like to a place that's haunted or something, and they're just like looking at people,
Mhm.
we're gonna
Get
go.
out of there.
Send them
What,
back.
McDonald's?
No. Yeah, because like when I go to haunted places, obviously my friends have a few like EBP recorders and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But I also go there because I could see, and sometimes not all of them. 'Cause that's what I'm saying. Like I'm a medium, like middle medium. Because like I know people that are like full on medium where they can kind of like do almost everything. But like I can talk to a few of them
What the
on
fuck?
one-on-one.
All right.
when
And
we
on
go
that
to
note,
haunted
Mike,
places-
what's your biggest ghost spotting,
Ghost spotting. I don't think I've ever
or
seen.
like anything like that,
Well,
or paranormal thing?
I just have a crazy uncle who's into all this shit. He's like every time like we have mirrors in the house, so like every time he wants to go to sleep, he just throws like a towel over the front of it. It's like, yeah, it's a portal.
That would
It's
freak me out more. I'm not even afraid of mirrors, but like I would be now afraid if like someone was just like covering them up. Like
You're
Maybe-
gonna go to sleep and you're just gonna be like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
towels everywhere around the house. Like if you got to go to the bathroom, you got to cover every single mirror on the way there. It's
That's
like it's weird, but that's
But you never had anything where you're like that was like at least spooky.
no, I can't say anything.
Damn.
No,
Oh,
honestly,
I have,
my
like,
biggest
a-
thing is I don't too much believe in that stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, no, you're a
So-
boomer.
Yeah.
I have
What
a-
I
I have
see
a-
is what I see. That's all I go by.
I think I have an uncle, or I don't know what he's, but he's like kind of like more distant, but like he like swears by this thing where like he like went to go to the bathroom at night and like there was like someone from his like that died in his family like there like in the room or whatever, and then but I don't know like, and then I feel like I never really had any of those other than like my house was really weird and like I would like when I was like younger and I like my own TV in my room I would like have stuff on and it would be like 2 a.m. and all of a sudden like you start hearing weird noises and stuff and it's probably just my mind but like it really freaked me out and I always felt like my whole like area was haunted. And then the only time it was really like real paranormal thing that I can't explain at all is like it was like 2 years ago where I was like in my living room and no one was, and like I heard like it's like a sentence from like a woman coming from like my kitchen and it was like not English but it was like almost as if like I didn't speak English. I didn't speak English, but someone was speaking English, and like it was like it couldn't have been more real. But like I nothing was there. No one was like outside, and it was like I was so freaked out for like
Yo, if
I don't know
hear somebody,
the whole day.
Yeah.
I will stand outside. Like I will be in my car
Yeah.
until somebody that I know gets home.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. I was just like literally sitting there
I
like
will-
after like I can't like let my guard down. I was like, oh my god.
Hello.
Yeah.
You gotta take your radar with you. Your dog. Keep your dog next to you. So
Oh,
bark
yeah.
at everything.
My dog, what's it called? When the house I used to live, back in Fort Lauderdale, there was someone that was there. I don't know if he died there, but he was haunting that house for some reason.
Yeah, dude,
And
what if your dog is a ghost?
That's a theory right there.
That's conspiracy.
Like, what dog are you talking about? You haven't had a dog for 7 years.
But like, he was afraid to go into my room. But it's not
Because you
every
did stuff
time.
to him.
No. What's the call? So like, usually at night times he was afraid to come to my room because that's when either my grandpa or he was there. So he just stopped at right at where the door is, in the middle of the door. So he just stopped right there before he entered, and he just looked and sit there. But like at daytimes or in the mornings,
Yeah, that's
he
weird.
would just come naturally.
Weird.
Oh, yeah, my
Yeah.
dog's something
Man,
else.
ghosts are weird shit, man. It's just like a big hole you could just
could
keep
be-
talking about forever.
It's be an amazing time for like something to happen in the background. Just like,
Please don't, because I swear to God I heard something on my porch. I'm just gonna ignore it.
Yeah. Nope.
awesome. Yeah.
Think that hits
I
what
love
I think that hits what we need to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
2
We
hours.
should definitely see us. We should definitely see us. Sometime you can
Carry us. Get your friend to carry us too.
I got y'all.
No, you got wait. You said what are your sub emotes? Can they put it in chat?
Yeah, Krusty has the
Spam
wet
them all.
one
Spam
and
them all. I
the-
want to see what they look like. Now, are they? Did they make them or did you make them?
I paid some guy to make them.
Gotcha.
You can use Premiere. Can't use Photoshop.
You know what? Photoshop makes me mad.
I find
Like,
Photoshop so
it
much
just
easier. Premiere is
gives
like a
me a
bit laggier.
It just gives me a headache.
Yeah. I mean, you don't make like cover photos for like the videos, like in it, like just like a second, or is that all
Usually
editing?
They have usually they have like a logo or something that I can just like drag.
Throw
in.
up. Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
So I don't
Yeah.
have to make my own shit.
That's good.
I mean,
Think I'm
later I
like-
probably will do that, but right now.
Yeah, it's just
I
as
don't
easy to
wanna.
learn
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yep.
YouTube's the teacher
Yep.
of literally life.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
don't know how you get by life without YouTube. Any of it. Just
I'm
like-
getting a phone call real quick.
Okay.
Right.
Oh my god,
Yep,
dude.
yep. It's a ghost.
No, just talk to each other.
It's a ghost. Yeah. What the 2 hours?
It was 2 hours, yeah.
That's
pretty
actually
big.
more than we expected.
Yeah. No. It's good.
It's because
It's
we
good.
went to the deep.
Yeah. You went on your psychotic shit. Yeah. So you went in your spiel.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk about it some other time. Like, have you guys used TikTok? How long before this have you guys used TikTok? Before like this week that we've done it?
Like,
What?
are you
TikTok?
Have
talking?
you guys used TikTok before this week? And like, if so, since how long?
I mean, the most I use is probably like 5-10 minutes a day. Like, I just don't do it too much. But
No, I'm
like,
saying
I
like,
know for them, but
did you do
yeah,
it in
yeah,
high
yeah,
school? Did you do it? Like, when was the first time you did it?
yeah. Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Literally, when you told me the app was a thing.
Damn. So that's what I'm saying. So you didn't know it was a thing until
No, I didn't know about any of it.
Burnout? Did you?
I mean, I saw it pop up on YouTube beside like
I
Vine
knew what it
videos.
was, but like
You never used it?
it was kind of cringy. Yeah,
Yeah.
until
I think the first time I used it was it was like fifth grade. I had one friend who was like he was the friend that he had a computer in his basement where we hung out, and his parents didn't monitor it, so we just do whatever the fuck we want. And like we'd go on Omegle, and like yeah, like, he'd get dicks or something, we like freak out. But like it was like we really just wanted to like I don't know. It literally
Just vibe.
same exact site. They've never updated the site. It looks the same as
Yeah.
it looked in 2008 as it looks right now.
Well, they don't take any money, so they got no reason to update it.
But then in high school, it'd be like with certain friends, like Dan or other people, like we'd go on, like get some weird people. And the craziest thing, way crazier than anything we've done. Maybe the search is probably a close second. But at one point in high school, we met these girls. I think we saw them naked, and they were like high schoolers too. I just remember we had the kicks, and we were talking to them kick, and then they started going crazy. And like the one girl first acted like she was pregnant, and then didn't, and then she was saying she was gonna kill herself, and it was because of me, and I didn't do anything, and I was like freaking the fuck out, and I was like, the police are gonna find me, they're gonna come to my house, they're gonna say what happened, and I'm like, this is so bad. I was like, if I could just like get out of this, I'll never go on this site again. And like eventually like she didn't say she was joking, but like I don't know what she was even doing. Like she sent me like pictures of her wrists, like I don't know if they were actually cut, but like they were like messed, they were red, and it was like really fucking freaky, dude. It was the scariest thing when I was younger, because you're like 14, you don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, I'm
anyone
starting to
do.
think her camera is haunted.
Yeah, dude. What if it flashes and then like something shows up for a second and then it flashes and then it goes away?
Yeah, there's gonna be a face
Oh
that
my
pops up in the
God.
gray in a minute. Like I'm just gonna see a face start talking to us instead of her. Yeah, it's that's freaky.
Playing hide and seek alone.
The
What's
funny
up,
thing is, I actually
Crusty?
You actually played hide and seek alone?
I didn't play hide and seek alone. But I played hide and seek
You're
with
just hiding in the woods.
ghosts. I played hide and seek with ghosts.
Shut up, dude. I don't. You're just like you're making it less and less legitimate.
no,
You're
that's-
besmirching the ghost name.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I would definitely want to play CS with all this. Get all this going.
Yeah.
It'd bring more topics up. Just vibe with it.
Oh, dude, can you get a ghost to play with us? Burnout?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
Burnout,
thought you
get it-
meant the other
Start
thing.
talking to somebody. Get somebody who's good at CS.
Yeah.
Why do you look? I always see you look around. Honest, I see you look around a lot.
Oh, it's
That was just
I-
plain to do it.
I know that, but before he
No,
always
no.
does that too. I see it. I see it.
Sorry.
I see it a bunch. Yeah.
Don't worry about it, Mikey.
What?
He's
Nothing.
just still trying to act like he sees ghosts in the room.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I think we had a good talk.
Yeah.
I don't want to hold you here forever. It's been a while.
Who, me? I
Yeah.
have nothing to do.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 hours. It's not bad. And it would be
Yeah.
out. We're
Not long
literally
for
30
it.
seconds to it.
Much longer than we honestly thought it was gonna go.
Yeah.
Just got a little talked about. Hey, Krusty.
That was good.
I'm guessing that's a
Um,
mod. That's your mod.
Mm-mm.
No.
Someone that comes to my chat.
No.
Hey, Mikey.
Damn. They.
Do me.
Oh. I'm gonna start some drama there. How they're
Yeah,
not
let's
mod.
make him mod.
What? Oh,
Start a
it's
mod
okay.
campaign for Krusty.
Yeah.
That's what we did. That's how we got our start. We
Yeah.
overthrew a set of mods on a friend. 1 year ago today.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not today, but
Yeah.
1 year ago. This was like almost this week.
Just got out of surgery.
Powerful business. Damn.
You don't even.
Yes.
You're not keeping up with your fans.
No, I know that he got answered. He was telling me in my Discord.
did.
No.
He didn't. Yeah, he did.
Starting to doubt.
I told him. I told him that he was gonna do good.
You should join our Discord too, so we have play CS too.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. I mean, how? Yeah,
Do
Do we have commands, Mike? Do we have any commands that work in this? in
Not
this Twitch
Discord.
chat?
You know why we don't have Discord.
Oh yeah, true.
So, yeah.
You know what? I've been holding this in for like the past 2 hours. Have you ever watched New Girl?
Or what?
New Girl.
I've seen just a little bit.
You look like
You look
that
like
one
somebody?
guy. I don't know. I don't remember
That
his
one
name.
guy.
Oh, I thought you actually knew what I was talking about.
No.
What's it on? Is it on like
Press
Netflix
TV.
or something?
Burnout does.
He looks like Nick. Nick off of
Zoe
New
Deschanel.
Girl. No, yeah, she has her in it, but you look like Nick.
Who are you saying?
The Lou.
Lou.
Me?
The
Oh,
posters. The posters.
Actually, I can see it a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I actually do see it.
I can
Yeah,
see
I bet
it.
he's Polish. What is his name? Actually, I don't know. Nick Miller. He does kind of have. I feel like you ever do those apps where it's like, what celebrity do you look like?
Mhm.
Who do you usually get?
I get random people.
Yeah,
I mean, do they actually work, or is it just random? Like whenever
they
you open your
I
mouth,
mean,
it up-
like, I've seen like some of them be close. I mean, I think like you need to have someone that like is like a doppelganger out there for it to work. Somewhat. I mean, like I don't know. For me, they always just give me people with big heads, and like it's like Sam Smith. It's like it'd be Justin Timberlake. People with this like, I mean, if I did it now, maybe it would probably be the same thing. Where it's just like people with like bigger heads, facial hair, same kind of Polish nose, Polish chin, big eyes, same thing.
yeah. No.
Burnout, he would get.
Gabriel
say-
Iglesias.
I would say he'd get Danny DeVito.
Hmm. Yeah,
Danny
you're
DeVito.
far off on that one.
yeah.
You're far off on that one.
I was trying to think of like the farthest person from. I don't know. I don't even know who he would get Burnout. You'd have to try it. I don't even know what the Mexican database is like. Spaces.
You keep it like that. That's weird. I know. Yeah, I definitely want to get some CS in anytime. Overwatch, I don't play, so that's not me. Lou, when was the last time we actually played Overwatch?
It
had
was
to be
a
a-
while ago.
probably-
Oh wait, actually, I have a big question. What maps do you play on CS:GO?
Oh.
Mirage.
That's it.
Got it.
That's it.
Okay, so
Hey, well,
They
you know what?
re-
You're
they
gonna
re-
learn.
They reworked cash, so I haven't really like gotten back into cash.
Yeah.
I play Dust 2. There's too many cheaters on Dust 2. Everybody knows that map. It's easy for cheaters.
I feel like we don't usually get actual cheaters. I mean, sometimes it'll be like
it's
people
accusing.
like say, but like it's usually just like probably like a Smurf more than cheaters because I think Smurfs probably play it more. But that is the main map we play. I would say I played 1,500 hours of CS:GO. I would say at least 1,200 is on. No, probably it's like we used to
two.
play Mirage. We used to play Mirage. To play all.
Oh, I know Mirage in the
changed
back
it.
of my hand.
I love Mirage. It's like my favorite, but they don't play it as much.
Wait, which one's
Cash?
Mirage?
We play sometimes, but I don't
Mirage
know. Like
is
when you lose
apartments?
bad on cash, you lose really bad. And,
Apartments, Palace, Jungle, CT.
No. It's just over
Uh,
here throwing out callouts.
what's the ramp? A ramp? I don't know. Whatever it's called.
Mirage. Mirage is the one we played. The only other map like we played with you that isn't Dust 2 recently.
Oh, Italy.
No, we played Italy with you two though. I guess.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's the other one we played. We played it like 2-3 times.
Catwalk. It's got a catwalk.
Italy we
It's
only
got
played once.
apartments.
It's got like palm trees and it's also like
There's
sandy.
a mid. There's a mid area where you can look into a big box with a sniper's nest that we
I'm trying
call
to
it.
think where Burnout. You always play a site and you like look into it's either the palace or it's the big opening on the A site.
Are you sure we played that map?
Yes, dude. You've played it like 3 times.
See, I only have like 80 or no, what, 60 hours of CS:GO.
Yeah,
I
but,
don't know
alright.
shit.
And we used to
Yeah,
play
you played
Overpass
a
a bit. I still like Overpass, but I don't know.
Office.
Oh, that is it.
Office.
I think Train we've played twice, and both times we
Train.
probably lost like 32 to like 2 over those 2 games. I don't know. We probably won like 4 rounds.
Yeah.
So
I mean, is the highest you got was this rank now, or you said you got higher?
No, it's just gold number 3. It's probably my highest.
Yeah. Back in the day, ranks used to be like
mm,
way too easy to get. Like the
I
highest,
don't know. I think it was more just like
they lowered the scale a lot.
yeah. Well, I mean, like they just had to shift the like
The points.
curve, I guess,
Yeah.
basically. But yeah,
I mean, we had DMG stuff like that, but that was like.
I mean, it still like
way
cost us the
tons
same
ago.
amount of wins to rank up. So it's not like that was any different. Like,
Yeah.
it would still be like you have to win like basically 5 in a row. I really just wish that the game like you knew what you took to rank up from where you were at any point.
Oh, like any other ranked game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like you're like I just won 8 games in a row. What's going on? Or it's like sometimes you win 4 games in a row. Isn't like I don't know.
Oh, that brought
It's-
another question up. With all like the video editing, do you have like a crazy computer, or is it just normal?
I mean, I have like the basic shit like in my computer, like the cheapest thing, but the like a okay
Oh, yeah. Okay.
stuff. So it's not like the best, but it's decent.
Gotcha. And I didn't know if you like, with like the amount of like videos, like as big as the whole video would get, like when you're editing it. I don't know if that would like weigh you down, like the whole
And
system.
it just takes a second to like export it, but other than that, it's fine.
Yeah. Is there like
Mm.
you like? Have you ever had like a problem with like exporting where you have to like wait, like you do it 1 hour or whatever the export time is, like oh shit I forgot something, then you add like it in back in, then there's another hour you gotta wait, or is it just
No,
one
I've
time?
usually always kind of got everything in there.
Yeah, and you're on your
Um,
shit. You got it.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, if I do forget something, then yeah, it'll have to be the same thing. Just re-export it.
Yeah. I feel like that's like a thing everyone wants to get into is the whole film and editing stuff, but it just no one ever goes all the way out. It's
I
like
feel like you really have to have an eye for it. Like, I don't want to like boost my ego again, but when I go and film things, like I already have an idea of what I'm like gonna do.
Yeah.
And like even when I take pictures, like I just have that idea in my head, like of what I want to do, how it's gonna look, and if it doesn't look how I want it to look, we're just gonna keep doing it until I looks like how I'm gonna look, you know?
yeah.
Like I have like this like vision, I guess, in like my head of anything that I do. Not anything, but
Yeah, that's extremely helpful in that whole thing. It saves you so much time. It's
really
like
does.
yeah.
Unless you don't know what you're doing, like me.
Or even if I'm like listening to a song and I hear like a certain beat, and I'm like, oh, you know, like I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and yeah.
Really, just that little, and you can get it,
Mhm.
man. That's actually
I feel like there's ever like so often like songs where it's like I can like picture what the music video should be to it like that.
Yeah.
For Lil Peep music videos that haven't come out
Obviously.
in peace.
yeah. I don't know.
Oh. What is it? Chill about it.
You guys good on it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe they call it.
Getting
That's a
late.
good run.
this one like
Yeah, you're an hour
Yeah.
behind, right? I think yeah, it's 11.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
11:49.
Yeah. It's about to be 1.
That's good.
Okay.
Anything you would like to shout out before we dip?
Krusty.
Krusty,
Okay.
yeah. Shout out to Krusty.
Shout out Krusty.
Oh yeah, shout out to Krusty. Came in here. Karen came in here too.
Yeah, I saw him. I don't know who else there was. I don't know. I don't know. There might have been like 2 or 3 people that went over and followed like immediately during. I don't know.
Oh really?
Yeah, I saw. I have a few friends of mine during there. I saw that.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Thanks.
That's fun.
Nice talking to you.
Next
Yeah,
time
you
will be CS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.